Hello. Welcome to the Bigger Show. We're kicking things off this week with session number 51. We are going to pick things back up here in this tomb slash ancient temple to Tyr in the plains of Pandemonium. So, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We'll bring our players in, give a little recap, and we'll get things running. Alright, so bringing everybody back in. Last week, and subsequently just before last week, because they kind of tied together, our party had found themselves in this temple to Tyr, trying to make their way to whatever end goal there might be, searching for some sort of lockbox or vault or some secure storage area or facility somewhere within this heavily guarded and protected ancient area. You guys had made it through a couple different rooms full of traps and riddles and tricks, had crossed a pit of lava and opened a door. You activated some statues in a art gallery that turned into beholders and flesh golems. Then you started traveling your way down a magnificent marble and gold hallway. Accidentally triggered a trap that opened the floor into lava and then ran down a hallway full of tripwires. After setting off the first one, just said fuck it and went through the rest of them. Indiana Jones style, had a giant boulder chasing you, used a wall of force to hold it off, and found yourselves in the next big room, which was an interesting maze with some unique platinum balls or globe statuettes that seemed to teleport you around the maze. You guys spent some time touching them, probably more than you should have, accidentally creating some extra flesh golems who were, I don't really necessarily want to say chasing, but meandering towards whoever it was that summoned them. You eventually found each other, made your way to the end. Once all of you were present, it opened and unlocked the door to the next area, which was another hallway, but that led to the what you can assume or describe as the throne room to this temple. Did a little investigation, found some old tithes and offerings behind the throne that you very nicely called Tyr and asked if you could have, and then pocketed. Found an interesting portcullis area that seemed to be impenetrable, unable to see inside or get inside of it. But through some good investigation and a little happenstance, you found a lever on the throne that was labeled Vault. Go ahead and gave that a little tug, and the portcullis in the back of the area opened, revealing a large iron golem that was very aptly named, with script writing on his chest, the Vault. Well, battle commenced. You guys weren't doing a whole lot of damage physically. Your magic seemed to be much more effective against this creature. However, you did realize pretty quickly that there seemed to be some sort of latch on his chest, something that opened. Zan, I believe, jumped up and tried to open the latch or turn the handle, and to no avail. But then one of you used some fire damage and found that a section of his chest lit up, and the gear to open turned about a fifth of the way. You guys quickly picked up on the fact that opening the vault on the vault probably required the use of 5 different elements to be used against the creature. You put your heads together and eventually cycled through all of them while still managing to get some good damage done on the creature. You brought it down to a knee by the time you managed to unlock the vault, and opening it seemed to turn the construct off. However, it still had some life force in it, and as you opened the chest, it expelled what was left in a poisonous gas cloud. But you all managed to stay up, stay alive, probably a little coughing after that. But inside you found a magical item. It was a rapier in a sheath that was kind of swaddled up and appeared to be some, probably was serving as some sort of battery for this creature. After pulling it out, you decided to take the book that you had came here to hide and placed it inside instead, thus allowing the golem to begin to pull energy from that item instead. That's pretty much where we left off. You guys had just finished there. So some other things that you did, just to remind you. You checked out some of the other rooms in this area. The other two large doors that appeared to go to other halls or other grand chambers were filled with stone now, no longer passable. There were a couple of rooms behind the throne, one of which seemed to be some sort of hall of records. The books that you poured through, they seemed to be numerical, just kind of general information type stuff. Nothing super clear or super interesting from a quick glance. In another room that appeared to have probably been food storage or something of that nature, that was mostly empty or rotted. And beyond that, you were able to identify the rapier that you had pulled from this golem. And actually, since we are on that, Bink, I believe if you go to Manage Inventory and Add Item, you should be able to add Tyr's Rapier +3 now.
Well, like that was just like an added thing.
Yep, it should be an item that you have access to now. I homebrewed it and sent it to Russ, so it should be there. So if you type in TYR''S, it should say Tyr's Rapier +3.
So go to item TYRS. Like in manage, in like, am I searching it in the filters?
Yep.
Yes.
You want the one that says +3.
Alrighty. Yep, there we go.
Alright, so just to give you this little bit, because I know I mentioned it last week, I'll just kind of give you the final on it. It is a +3 rapier. You can use a bonus action to toss the sword into the air and speak a command word. When you do, it has its own movement speed of up to 30 feet, and it can make one attack per turn. And it uses your attack roll and ability score modifier to the damage. You can use a bonus action each turn to have it move and make one attack. Very similar to the use of a dancing sword. However, dancing swords only usually last about 4 turns. This is more on par with like a cleric's spiritual weapon. It will last for 10 minutes before returning to your scabbard. And once per day, you can use this item to cast the spell Greater Invisibility on yourself. It does require attunement, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
But that is what you found within the chest cavity of this golem. And that brings us back to you guys as a group, kind of finishing up with the golem and looking forward. Is there anything that you guys would like to do, or anything that you wanted to cover from last session? I will go ahead and turn the floor over to you guys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, since we have no Aiden, go ahead and roll that sleight of hand.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
29.
I can't roll that high.
Okay. Bink might be able to. Bink, make a perception check for me.
What's happening?
I will let you know in a second.
Oh. So what am I doing?
Perception.
Damn.
Okay, he's got a +5. Nope. Okay. So none of you catch anything out of the ordinary, but I know what that means, and you can message me if there's anything beyond that. But for those of you at home, Zanzadar has potentially added an additional item to the chest of the vault.
He just lobbed Bink in there.
Yep.
I am the item. Yes.
So, that being said, the golem is retreating back into the portcullis area. You guys are seeing that the damages to the surrounding walls and the areas, very similar to some of the other sections you had been in, are slowly starting to repair themselves. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna check the throne again for any more levers.
Okay.
Mhm.
Make an investigation check.
21.
Does it recline? Is there?
So you find a lever that says the vault. You do see another lever in the same spot on the opposite side that does not have a label on it.
I asked everyone.
Everyone, should I pull this? It's another lever.
What could go wrong?
Or one more.
I slip and I accidentally pull the lever.
Okay. Are you standing next to the chair or are you in the chair?
I'm standing next to the chair.
Okay. You see a little footstool pops out the front.
Yeah.
I go on the king's. I go on it, and I just like.
Yep, living the life.
At this point, you guys are also noticing that more of the candles are starting to die out. It's getting dim in here. It's not dark yet, but you can tell that it probably is similar to like a repair process, drawing energy to other places, and whatever your purpose was here, the room seems to think you're probably done. But it's letting you see.
Give a good look around and say,
Well, we robbed, took a sword. I don't know if there's anything else to do. What do you guys see anything?
I don't think so. I mean, we did what we came to do. That vault seems pretty strong. I think he's gonna do a good job.
You gotta protect the book. We did what we came to do, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
I give everyone high fives.
Yeah.
yes. So how do we want to get out of here?
I look back at the entrance.
Hey.
Graphics card. We'll go off in a second.
Well, I mean, we should probably go back the way we came in.
That is so boring, but okay.
It seems
Well, we
safe.
still have to let Binks' mom know that we're getting out of here.
Oh,
We
that's
don't want to leave.
Yeah.
We don't want to leave her.
no. That makes sense. I just maybe we go even past here. I don't know. That doesn't really sound like me. I think maybe we should just return. You're all right.
Robot his book. That's good enough for me.
I'm thinking eventually we'll be able to come back here and explore more if we want to.
Could be
We have to
fun.
go through all those puzzles again, though. They seem to be self-repairing.
Actually, and I'm gonna take out a fork from my pack. I'm gonna make this into a tuning fork, so it'll just come back here, not in through the traps again.
Oh.
One of the tithed forks.
I have a quick question. Do we have any more of those? Do we have any more of those like shift planing fork things? Are they called tuning forks?
I don't think
Got
you guys
the
have any tuning forks.
I've got the infernal tack, which would be a tuning fork.
Mm-hmm.
But
hell.
other than
To
that,
hell, yeah.
I
we
call
are
upon ally, fishman.
everybody but Lalia is a tuning fork to the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let Lalia try to drive us home. Let somebody else.
Oh, God.
do it.
You
Yeah.
just see like Bink get behind the wheel, like you can just like imagine a car, but he's just like his butt's so low, like he can't even see over steering wheel, so he's just driving blind. You see him like swerving to the left, oh, it crashes into something, keeps going, oh,
Oh no.
What do you got this?
I got this. Does a 360 on the wheel, and it's just spinning out of control. But yeah, if we got nothing else to do in this room, I mean, we can try to explore a little more, but I think the lights are just gonna dim out and it's just gonna repair. I don't think there's really anything else to explore.
I think you're probably right. Alrighty, so reverse word, backward. It's not really
We're back.
onward. It's the opposite of onward.
Backward?
Yeah, backward. That's what I said.
Talio, backwards.
Alright. So you guys making your way back the way you came. As you make your way down the hallway, as you pass down, you notice all of the candles behind you blink out. The ones ahead of you are still on until you pass them, and then they also go dark. But you make your way back to the entrance of the maze that seems to have some sort of natural daylight. It is still a maze.
Yeah, but all of us ran through the whole thing a couple times. So
Are you using your memory to walk back through the maze? Or are you going to try and touch some balls?
I'm gonna use my memory. I'll leave it up to whatever other players want to do.
Lolly is going off memory.
Bink?
I'm gonna be following them.
Fair enough.
Alright. Well, if all three of you are trying to remember your way back through, I am not going to make you make a check. You explored most of it, so it is the longest. It's a very long path, but you do make your way back over to here. At this point, you do see that this back wall here, where the stone would have eventually crashed, is not complete like it is on your screen at the moment. It is actually shattered. Looks like the stone went through it.
Yikes.
And you see all these bits and pieces of marbles thrown into just total disarray, and you can see where a little crater was left in the earthen wall behind it. But you see little pieces of marble that just floating, slowly returning to their correct position on the wall as it is repairing. Looking down this hallway as well, you can see hundreds upon hundreds of spider silk thin strands that are just kind of floating. Looks like they're starting to reconnect in the air. You see a couple of them that look like they're on their way, reaching from one wall across to the other. Doesn't look like any of them are set yet, but it is in the process. You guys, no checks required. You're able to avoid those pretty easily or just walk through them. It doesn't set anything off. In this hallway, you also see the floor is completely closed again. Any floor triggers or pressure plates are not active. I'm assuming you probably take your foot and press a couple of them. Does not open to a pit of lava again. You also make your way back through the gallery, the art gallery. You see the 2 giant red rubies are still in the repair process. Looks like they're about halfway reformed at this point. A couple pieces are still floating and making their way back.
Bless you.
Ooh, sorry, I gotta sneeze. All right. Then you find yourselves in the lava chamber. Nice and warm and cozy. You're not burning as you step in. Assuming you make your way back across the bridge, up the stairs, into the first chamber that you were in when you guys arrived here. And as you all step through this door, you watch as it closes behind you. And the empty armor stand refills with that suit of armor that Bink had worn to get across. However, this time it looks like a normal size. It is no longer gnome-sized at the moment. But stepping back into this area, you do see Bink's mother again, Jim, who just kind of glances over at all of you hearing this door slam. "Oh, you made it back! Bink!" She just kind of runs up and grabs you, Bink, and just starts, like, strangling you with a hug.
Yeah.
Get some mama love.
Oh,
We
Bink.
finally got the book to a safe place.
Oh, that is awesome. She licks her finger and starts, like, wiping off some of the smudge on your cheeks. And she's like, "You should really shower more. But hey, I'm so glad that you guys made it." So, how was it? Was there a vault? Was it a chest? Huh?
And golem.
A golem? Well, I'm glad you went and not me. But yes, thank you all for helping me, and well, that's one thing out of the way. Maybe now we can take care of Dinkle. It's such a mess we've gotten into.
Yeah. Now that they can't complete it, we gotta figure out how to free them from his hypnosis.
Yes, well, I think I might be able to free him. I didn't want to try it while things were as they were, because if I had freed him before, there's a chance he would have found out about the book, and he would have known where I was, and it would have gone downhill. But now that I no longer have the book, it is not accessible. It might be a good time to free him, and perhaps break our contract with the Zentrum, and hope that's enough.
We're gonna break it one way or another as I like crack my tiny knuckles.
Yes. Well, I don't think that we fulfilled the contract. We tried and we did our best. So anything beyond that was just extra money for us. So I don't think the Zetrum will have a problem. But I'd imagine Lord Cryo might be a little upset. But we'll take that as it comes, I guess. What of you all? Are you returning with me? Are you going somewhere else? What plans do you have?
We're going with you.
Unless anybody actually has anything else to do.
Well, actually, I have a date, and no, that's fine. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, right. Sorry, that's a little more important than this.
No.
He's been postponing it, so we gotta do it.
Yes. Well, I'm obviously glad that the ruined stone is gone. It has some unique, mysterious powers that were described in that book, and perhaps we can talk in detail about it if it's important to your quest, but maybe once we're out of here, we can do so. Now then, did all of you have a way of returning?
Thoughts and prayers.
Nope.
No.
Wonderful.
Nada.
My spells are run out, but crap, my spells are run out.
Well, I'm quite glad I brought this scroll then. I was saving it for when I completed my task so I could return. I think it can get all of us. It's a scroll of teleportation. There's one other gnome in town that I trust. Well, obviously, Bink, I trust your father, but not while his mind's messed up. But this will take me to a friend. Well, if you're all ready to go, I suppose we can jump back.
Sure.
Let us do it.
Well, all right, everybody gather round. And she pulls out some some chalks, some colored stones, and starts writing some symbols, making a circle on the floor. She pulls out a spell scroll and begins to look over an incantation. She says, well, also keep in mind this is probably the best time to go. It's going to be rather late there, so perhaps we can stay with my friend for the evening and set our sights on taking care of business tomorrow. Now, this might be a little disorienting. Hopefully you didn't eat a big lunch or dinner. And she begins to recite this spell scroll of teleportation. You all find that the chamber, this cavern that you're in, begins to blur around you. The colors begin to meld and shift. Then you find yourselves just kind of staring at abyss for a moment. You can see each other, but there's just a swirling vortex of colors around you. And you feel your stomachs like the free fall section of a roller coaster. But it lasts like a solid 30 seconds. It is not a quick drop. And then you feel your feet land on a solid stone surface again, and your vision stops to be blurring, and you are still looking in darkness. You're in some sort of dark chamber. You can only make out little bits and pieces on the walls. You think you see some shapes. You're not really sure, but she told you this was somebody's basement, so you feel like you're probably adequately there. And just as you're kind of getting your bearings, feel a little queasy, you hear a couple clicks off to one side of the chamber, and then an oil lantern lights up. And you see a gnome with some big muscular arms, really thin, scrawny torso, sitting in a rocking chair. What would be their lower half is just covered in a mound of blankets. He has some glasses on. He pushes them up and looks at you all. Hey! Hey, it's Jim! Hey, Jim, you brought some friends! Who are you guys?
Well, we are here with Bink.
Who's Bink?
Blank.
I raise my hand.
Oh. Oh, wait. Are you Jim's son?
Yeah.
I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god, there's a dead guy in my basement. Somebody call him.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, to all of that.
Yeah, my ghost. Oh.
Oh, goodness gracious, Jim, why are you bringing these creepers in here? Yeah, sorry. We finished our mission and we're here for a little while. I'm gonna go take care of myself. Family, friends, this is Turtenwald. Yeah, my name's Turtenwald von Snapperdoodle, the 14th of the 12th, Junior 54.
Turtenwald von Snapperdoodle.
Yeah.
Snapper strudel.
Of the 14th?
I don't remember. I made that part up.
Oh.
That's my incognito name. You know, my real name is Turtenwald von Snapperdoodle, but when you're on incognito, you got to make a fake name. So that's Turtenwald von Snapperdoodle Jr. 54th of the 77th.
Yeah.
And the genius part is that no one will remember it, right?
Exactly.
That
See?
is so smart.
And they're totally different.
See, this is why I need to get the last name, guys.
Well, I'm so glad to see you guys. Why are you all here with Jim? I know what she was doing.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep that note down, but I lost count. What was the question? Sorry.
His name is Turtenwald von Snapperdoodle.
Jeez. How do you spell that? The first one? Turd. What?
T-U-R.
You are
T-T-E-N.
G-E-N.
W-A-L-D. Von, V-O-N. Snapper Doodle.
Okay. The third? Or is it just
It's
Turtenwald von Snapperdoodle?
It's just Von Snapperdoodle. Everything else was his code name.
Oh, okay. Everything after that, it's incognito.
Exactly. See, this guy gets it.
Yes, he's a quick one.
But anyway, what are you guys doing here? What's up with you guys?
Also, there was no way I was gonna be able to spell that first one.
Oh, we're headed back to the mansion.
Wait, are we in the village already? We are in the village, okay.
Yeah, you can assume you're in the basement of one of the houses in the village.
Okay.
Oh, that's totally awesome. Are you guys like helping Jim out then?
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like Jim. I've been friends with Jim for a very, very long time. I actually helped her raise a couple of her kids when they were young, like the older ones. But a couple years ago, I had to stop working because of an accident.
So what happened?
Oh, and you see he puts his arms on like the arms of the rocking chair and lifts himself up, and from the waist down, there's just nothing.
Oh god.
He's like, "Oh, I was involved. It was horrible. It was an apple picking accident. I lost my legs." Everybody make a perception check.
Perception or medicine?
Perception.
Oh no! Wally has turned a little green and turned away. She's like, feeling a little queasy. That's a nat one for her.
Bink, do you have a perception check?
Oh, sorry about that.
You're good.
Perception check. We got a 24.
Okay.
Today.
Bink and Zan, you guys can both kind of point out it's very odd the way that his bottom half is missing. It's weird. It's like it's cut off at a very angular cut, and you can't see anything necessarily underneath. It's just kind of like fuzzy and blurry. It looks more like a magic effect than his legs were actually amputated. You also find it very weird that it's like the belly button down, so you're starting to wonder how he uses the restroom.
Hence why Lolly is turning green.
Was
Well,
it a
yeah,
torso
I would-
or was it like a diagonal slash?
It's like a straight across slash. Like, he has a torso, and then there's just like a line of non-existence below him.
Like, does it look natural or does it look like it was actually like cut?
It looks unnatural.
Unnatural, like it was never there in the to begin with.
Could I make a Arcana check to see if
Sure.
Wait, I think he's pulling your leg there, Bink.
19?
You gather there's something magical about wherever his bottom half went.
It's up in the
God.
kitchen making tea.
Or is. You're not really sure.
I think your bottom half might still be wandering around somewhere.
Why? What do you mean? I lost it. Everybody told me when I got knocked out that a tree landed on my legs and they had to chop them off.
I think they might have lied to you.
Insight
Tell
check.
your
Yeah,
feet.
you can insight check him.
Oh man, let's get these bad rolls out first. 15.
He believes he's telling the truth.
Oh wow, that is tragic.
Why would they lie to me though?
I don't know.
We were all like,
Your feet evil?
what?
Your feet, were they evil?
No, they were just regular toes.
You know,
How
like
can someone's
actually
feet
then,
be
except for your
evil?
feet.
I don't know. I mean, I went to work. I put on my waders, my pants, like I usually do. I felt a little funny after I put my pants on, but then I started working, and like I felt a blow on the back of my head. I mean, all I did that morning was like eat some beans, and I had some gas and stuff. But then they told me a tree fell on me, and they had to cut my legs off to save my life.
This is why I don't wear pants.
Out of game. This could be a side quest.
So I go find his legs. I'm so here for it. Let's do it.
Quest to find legs. The lost legs of.
The lost
That game
legs
is
of
amazing.
Turtenwald Von
Well-
Snapperdoodle.
But anyway, since that time, I wasn't able to work anymore as a caretaker, so I've been kind of like making spell scrolls and stuff in my spare time. It's not going so well though. I gave some to the Zetrom guys, and they left me some really bad reviews on Gnome Door.
What's
Yeah, no,
Gnome
no,
Door?
too.
As I like take a little tablet with no.
Oh, it's the community board where you can post about small businesses and leave reviews about them, and if you worked for them, you can leave like what it was like to work with them, kind of thing. I've got a pretty bad reputation because the Zetrom guys that use my spell scrolls didn't pay attention that they are very, very useful in very, very specific circumstances. I think that they were just stupid.
I don't even know them, and I agree.
Yeah, so I've been making some more spell scrolls to try and get some people to use them and like leave me some good reviews so that maybe I can like get some other people in here.
Do you have an example?
Yeah, I got one. You want to try it?
Sure.
Here. And he hands you a spell scroll. It says, this one is called Detect Life.
Detect light.
Yeah, just try it.
All right. Why not?
It counts as a cantrip. Are you casting it?
Yep.
Cool.
Do I need to roll?
Nope.
Okay.
You guys watch, and Lalia, you feel as you read this spell scroll and the text disappears like a normal spell scroll would. You feel this surge of power around you and within you, and the rest of you watch as Lalia's body just kind of lifts up just a little bit. Some sort of magic is happening, and Lalia,
Waldia, Jesus!
you know without a doubt in your mind, you are alive.
Oh.
You know, I find this more
Oh, you are
comforting than
lying.
you might expect.
Yeah, see, that one is called Detect Life. It tells you if you're dead or not, which would be really cool, because, like, if you got bit by a zombie and you were like, oh no, I'm turning into a zombie, you could use the spell scroll and you'd be like, oh yay, I'm not turning into a zombie anymore. See?
Yeah,
Very specific use.
absolutely. I could see this being very valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also got Water Walking, Summon Skeleton, Divine Intervention, and Mark. You guys want some?
Does Mark summon a guy named Mark?
It does! He's an asshole, though, but he's a ghost.
It summons Mark, but he's an asshole.
He lasts for 1d4 hours. He doesn't really listen to you.
Oh my god.
Well, we shall keep you in mind.
Oh, you don't want any?
I don't want any specifically.
Damn.
How much do you charge? I used one for free. That doesn't seem fair.
Oh, I mean, I don't make gold or anything. I don't need it. So usually I just trade people for, like, apples and stuff.
That's right. I forgot we're in Gnomeville.
But if you want to give me gold, I might be able to trade that to other people for more apples. What's a lot of gold? Like 1?
Yeah.
Cool. 1 gold for each of them. As he pulls out, like, a crate full of paper.
You know what? I will take one of each if the DM will repeat more slowly what I'm buying.
Okay. Here's a scroll of water walking.
Hold on. Yep.
Here's a scroll of summon skeleton.
The defect side is that it uses your own bones.
Probably.
Imagine, oh, that would be horrifying.
Here's a scroll of detect life. That's the one you used.
Yep, thank you. And I'm glad I have another one.
Mm-hmm. Here is a scroll of divine intervention.
Mm-hmm.
And here is a scroll of mark.
Thank you.
Do you want me to tell you what they do, or you just want to experience it for yourself?
What would one do?
You want some, Bink?
What does it do?
Oh, well, you didn't buy any, so I'm not going to tell you. I'm looking at the centaur lady.
That's fine. You can tell us.
Okay. The water walking one, the nearest bucket of water will grow legs for 1d4 hours and walk around.
Sorry, what?
That is genius. Okay.
The what will grow legs? What?
The nearest bucket of water will grow legs and walk around.
Walking. Oh my god.
I want to quickly look around him, see if there's any water.
I'll buy a skeleton scroll.
Okay. There are no buckets in the basement, unfortunately. Says, okay, and the one that summons skeleton, it summons a skeleton. It's inanimate, but it's a skeleton.
Oh, but so it's just a
Listen to you.
Yeah, it summons a skeleton on the ground.
Nice.
Better, a good one.
It's neither. It's just bones. It's not like alive or anything.
Oh my god.
It literally summons a skeleton. I mean, come on, it's right there in the name.
Yeah, so far your descriptions are uncanny, really.
Yeah.
Truthful.
And you have the detect life one. You know what that one does already. Divine intervention will set the nearest bush on fire. Great for distractions.
Indeed. Not sure I see the connection there, but okay.
Oh, well, there was like this fairy tale about this god guy that like burned bushes and stuff, so I thought it made sense.
I'm glad he's not my god. Goodness.
Yeah, probably. That could be a little weird.
Uh-huh. We like our bushes.
And you know what Mark does. It summons a ghost named Mark for 1d4 hours. He's an ass. I only say that because I don't think he can hear you and he doesn't talk to you. He just kind of like walks around and does whatever.
Above table, please don't tell Alex what any of these do. Lalia has
Yeah.
plans.
Oh my god, we'll give it to him and he'll start using them.
Anybody else want some of these scrolls?
You're talking to Bink, man. I already said I'm good.
Alright, well, if you think about it, well, next time you're in the town square, will you leave me a good review on Gnome Door?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Alright, well, this is exhausting. My arms hurt from all this moving around. I wish I had my legs. You're welcome to use the guest bedroom upstairs if you want. I don't really make it upstairs very much anymore.
Fair enough. I don't really like stairs, so.
Are there any signs that the Zedram are in this town? What day is it?
I don't know what day it is. I've been down here for a while. But I think the Zethram were here like a week ago. Because that's the last time I sold one to somebody and they were mean.
Oh, good.
They're mean?
Yeah, they left me a bad review on Gnome Door.
Oh.
They gave me like a 0 gnomes out of 10.
Sheesh.
Maybe it's 5, I don't remember.
I look at my phone and I give him a rating of 5.
Well, thank you for your service.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
guys will prove very helpful. Yes.
I
Yep.
look at the others and I'm like, they won't.
Well, if you guys think about it, if you happen to see my legs and you know how to reattach them, I would be very happy with that too. And I could leave you
definitely keep
like
an eye
a
out.
review on Gnome Door. Anybody down there making the Arcana check?
Arcana checking.
20.
Anybody with the what, and the what?
That's anybody downstairs with Turtenwald can make an Arcana check if you're still interested in the legs.
The
I'm
leg?
trying.
Are you saying legs?
Legs, because
Legs.
his legs are gone.
Okay. Oh, natural one. Nah, that ain't happening.
Oh no.
His legs are forever gone from my eyesight. Perception.
Okay, Zan got a 20. Boy. Zan, you are having spent some time down here now and like seeing him move around a little bit. Like as he moves his upper torso, the blankets on the rocking chair beneath him are like stirring and moving. You
Oh, Jesus.
you start to get the sense that his legs are probably actually there, but it's a magic that you're kind of familiar with. They might be invisible.
No.
Can I go
God.
over to the rocking chair and kick it where it moves? Like the legs.
Goodness.
Sure. You kind of walk over and like give it a little click. You're like, what are you doing down there? Those are my blankets.
Can you feel this at all? Kick, kick.
No, I don't have any legs. Remember? I mean, I can feel it like in my like emotions.
What the hell type of response is that?
You're scarring the.
I don't know. I mean, you know, like those ghost symptoms. Like, duh, I can feel it, like ghost limbs and stuff.
What are,
It's been like that since I lost them. I've had ghost feelings.
what are you thinking, Xantadar?
I think his legs are here.
My legs are not there. Remember? I put my pants on and then I got hit in the head with a tree.
Can I pull the blankets off?
There's nothing there that you can see.
Mm.
I thought there-
Is his butt
I mean, like, what are you
on
doing?
the
And
chair,
I
or
just,
like his belly button, or is there a gap?
He's currently holding himself up
Oh, okay.
with his arms.
Okay. Xantadar, that's not very nice. This guy's being very hospitable to us.
Now my belly's gonna be cold.
So his legs are just invisible, they're not detached.
As best you can tell with just looking. If you want to do like a detect magic or something like that, you might be able to glean some more information. But that's it. It just seems like something is off, and that they should be there.
Looks like I have one more charge on my wizard puppet, so I'm gonna use that and detect magic then.
Nice.
Okay. So you pull out your wands and you use your detect magic charge, and you definitely sense like there's plenty of magic around this room and with him specifically, but his lower torso, so like from his waist down, is definitely giving off a magical essence. As far as the school of magic, it is enchantment, but it is cursed enchantment.
Oh.
So you gather that there's some sort of cursed item on this gnome.
Oh no.
Boy, I really wish we had Aiden.
No, right?
Had what?
Had a what? I missed that.
Had Aiden.
Ah, I think he has a remove curse spell. Scroll. Maybe.
Above table, your paladin has remove curse and dispel magic.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill the item.
Well, the item. It's an item?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, remove
hey,
curse
Don't
wouldn't
give
destroy
no
the
craps.
item.
I use 20th level spell.
Do what?
See, well, remove curse would not destroy a cursed item. It would just break the bond.
Oh,
Dispel magic would destroy an item potentially.
gotcha. Okay.
Do we have any curse?
then-
I only got dispel magic.
Bink, do you still have your water? Endless bottle of water or whatnot?
I think I have a magical bag.
Spray him down. I want to see what happens.
Max level
Guys! This poor gnome has just welcomed us into his base. Oh my goodness.
Dude,
I'm gonna do like water fountains and kind of like spray his legs.
he's just watching you guys like, what the hell? Stop it! Stop it! I got spell scrolls and stuff down here on paper.
I'll pull the
You're gonna
spell
you're
scrolls
gonna
out of the
destroy my
way.
business.
I will save the spell scrolls and prestidigitation to dry them off.
Your
Alright.
voiceover for him makes me feel so bad for him. Oh my god.
He is now drenching
Oh,
wet.
don't do it.
You now see before you a soaking wet half of a gnome.
So it didn't reveal the legs?
No.
Oh.
This poor guy.
Guys, I'm all about waterworks and stuff, but next time, like, at least build me a slide or something.
Well, yeah, I think he's cursed.
I'm not cursed.
What's
I am blessed.
And I don't mean like in the unlucky sense. I mean like I think he has a curse on him.
Oh yeah? Alright, well, give me just a minute and she'll try to dry him off a little bit with her prestidigitation.
Okay. Thank you. All I guys said was weird. You guys are creepy.
We are not very good at the people skills.
It shows.
Yeah, and then I'll pull out one of my scrolls of remove curse
Mhm.
and be like, well, you know, it can't hurt. About the cadabra or whatever.
You're,
Booby kadooby.
you're gonna cast remove curse.
Yes.
Avubra kadubra.
So as you cast this spell, you watch as his lower half appears, and he is wearing what appears to be like some sort of like gaiters, like those pants that you
Yeah.
put on when you're like out in the water or
Right.
in the mud a lot. They look dirty as hell.
Uh-oh.
He's probably had them on and didn't realize he still had them on for years.
Ew.
Aw.
And he kind of looks down.
Prestidigitate, prestidigitate,
Yeah.
prestidigitate.
He kind of
I
like
would grade him down first.
he kind of looks down and is like, oh my god, you found my legs! And then he passes out and lands on his face on the floor.
And do a medicine check.
Rip
Make
off
sure
his
he's
pants.
still alive.
Okay, he's still alive.
Okay.
I think you literally just shocked the hell out of him.
I gotcha. Alright, so
Oh, my leg.
Hey, you guys take his pants off. I don't think that's something I should do.
Okay.
You know, it might be a little weird.
So you pull off the gnome's pants. You realize that for the past couple years, and it's starting to hit you now, looks like maybe the pants were kind of set up or meant to do this, but any waste that his body created was probably sucked up by these pants and like sent somewhere else. So
So he's wearing a bag of devouring.
yeah,
on
so
his
it's not
butt.
like he was just sitting down here shitting himself for 4 years.
Oh, thank goodness.
But they do they do smell.
Yep.
They have clearly not been washed in quite a while.
Woo, boy.
But you do pull them off, and you have a tiny pair of cursed mud waders. I can give you the item stats if you want to keep them. They're very tiny. Would probably only fit Bink. But
No ideas there, Bank.
when somebody puts these pants on, their lower half is concealed by invisibility. They do not remember that they have legs. And they have minus D10 on all stealth checks.
Wonder if we could sell these.
I'm not listening. La la.
You're gathering that somebody probably pulled a prank on this poor gnome and then forgot about it.
Oh no. Well,
About that time, he starts to stir and like kind of like flops over, and he's like, "Wow, guys, that was total. I just had a dream that my my legs are back. Oh, my butt's cold. Anybody have any pants?"
Yeah, here you go.
oh wait, are you giving him back?
Yeah.
No, not those
He
ones.
goes, "Oh,
No.
those are my work pants. Where'd you
No,
find
they're
those?"
not. Nope. These are bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are too small for you.
Well, guys, I have legs. I think I'm experiencing something trophy, atro something.
Oh no.
Maybe it was like, when you stop working for a while. I went into hibernation. I think my legs started to atrophy.
Is this like Deadpool with the baby legs?
Yeah. So he's like, I'm gonna try and stand on them. Watch. He falls down.
No.
This is gonna take some work, guys. And you guys are watching as this now half-naked gnome is trying to stand on his little legs.
Oh dear. Bink, do you have any spare pants?
Guys, I haven't seen my wiener in years. This is so weird.
Oh my god.
I wish I could say the same.
I thought it was gone. Hey, does this mean maybe I can get a girlfriend now?
Oh my god, man.
What do those things have to do with each other?
And most ladies don't like half a gnome. We're already pretty small to begin with.
Huh. Interesting.
He turns and looks at you, Bink, full commando. Do you have extra pants?
Donald ducking it. Right?
Yeah. I guess he's shocked. He's never seen somebody like me before.
Stunned into silence.
We might have lost our Bink again. Oh no.
Sorry. No, you cut out for me there. What did you say? Sorry.
Oh, he is full commando looking at you. Do you have any extra pants?
I just give him a cloth.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to buy some pants. I sold all of mine when I lost my leg, so I don't have any pants. I don't have any underwear either, so I might have to get some of those.
Oh dear.
Why? I didn't think I'd need them.
I understand.
Oh, you're good.
Well, this is totally awesome. Hey, guess what? That means I can show you guys where the guest bedroom is.
That means we have to use the stairs, though, yeah?
Yep, I'm gonna give it a try.
You and me both.
He,
I'll cast guidance on him.
yes, he's still kind of like using his, and you can see like his arms are thicker than his whole body right now, because like that's all he's had, and he kind of like monkey bars his way over to the stairs and starts trying to take them, and like he puts a foot on the stairs and he falls. Damn it! Hold on, I got this. Puts a foot on the stairs, falls. One more try, guys. I got this. Puts a foot down, falls. Oh, okay, maybe I could use some help.
Vortex warp to the top of the stairs.
Ooh.
Oh, he peers at the top and he just falls on his butt. Wow, that was cool! Who did that?
It's a Christmas miracle.
What's Christmas?
You poor gnome.
Oh, I might have to look into that. I could make some money off of something like that if there was like miracles involved. Oh, capitalism, here I come. All right, well this way, and he starts like army crawling across the floor because he can't use his legs yet. As you guys like make it up to the upper floor, like it smells old up here. Like he probably hasn't lived up here in a while, and now you can kind of smell that the basement smells like stale sweat and farts.
Like ours.
Yep.
You have to clean first before you get a girlfriend.
Yeah, probably the lady. Well, there's some ladies that like the guys kind of dirty, but I don't know if I like those ladies. Well, you guys are totally welcome to stay in any of the rooms. I'm probably just gonna like sleep on the floor, and like play with my legs. Oh,
Just the two or the third one too.
I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. Oh, speaking of which, I gotta pee. And he starts peeing. It's been a while since I've been able to do that. Now I'm gonna have to clean that up too. Like, alright, well, you guys can stay upstairs. I'm gonna do my own thing now. And he just starts like trying. You see that he's like army crawling across the floor and like finding a little corner to start trying to walk again.
Like a baby.
Yep. At this point, you see Jim upstairs, and she's like, "Wow, what? You found his legs?"
Yep. All the day's work for us.
Yeah, they were on him the entire time.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. He's always been a little airheaded, but I just believed him that he lost him, so
I think he believed him.
Yeah. Well, you guys really do work some miracles in your spare time, don't you? Well,
Other things.
well, he's got a few bedrooms up here. He's got a fairly decent house. He used to babysit. Bink, you might not remember, but you did spend a little time here and when you were only about a year or so old. But I suppose we should all bed down for the night and prepare for whatever awaits us tomorrow.
Well, we should probably keep watches, right?
We're probably safe in here, but you're welcome to.
It can't hurt.
That's true. Well, and I did promise you I would give you some more of what I knew about the Ruin Stone if you wanted that information. So I suppose I could do that as well if you require it. If not, I'll head to bed.
What do we think about that?
I mean,
Well,
she's
good.
the one talking.
What'd you say, Bink?
I say it sounds good.
All right. Well, I suppose it'd probably be good to have you as informed as I am going in tomorrow. Now, I don't know what Cryo's end game goals were, or if he's working for someone or if he's doing it for himself. I don't remember or didn't spend enough time, but I think the ruin stone itself has the ability to change some outcomes or redo something that was done in the past. It tends to have a great cost, though. Every time it is used, somebody near or dear to you is potentially removed from existence. The interesting thing, though, is, and I think this was hinted at, given the way that he had mentioned designing and utilizing it, should the ruin stone be created, it can then be shaped. It can be broken into smaller pieces, and that give it a newer, unique type quality. Should a shard of a ruin stone be stabbed into the heart of a creature, the attacker can utilize the energy of the stone to rewrite that creature's very being. It could imbue them with thoughts or memories of your choosing, or change their alignment, make them believe you, make them friends with you. It's nearly limitless, but you can recreate the essence of who they are. Now, the particular design and shape that Cryo was asking us to create this ruin stone in, it was interesting. They were small, almost arrowhead-sized cylindrical tubes with points on the end. I imagine maybe some sort of dot or something, but relatively large. They weren't small, so I'd imagine whatever he was trying to craft, if his end goal was to change the being of somebody, I can only assume it was something large.
So above table, this sounds like something that would be. This sounds like something that pertains more towards Aiden and his dragon spirit. Am I correct on that, or
Are you asking me or the party?
the DM?
I will tell you that what you are gathering from this is something that is more world plot than specific background plot.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
His specific background plot with like Ebb and Death or whatever, that's just between him and his dragon sigil
Dragon mark.
feat.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything else going on in the world necessarily. You have been given hints about some large creatures in world lore.
It just sounded like when Ebb and Death was supposed to be good and he turned evil. It sounds like that, I guess.
Gotcha. It could potentially have happened if they're, from a past runestone or something of that nature.
Okay.
So yes, like you could definitely draw some lines that might have been one of the ways. Might have been something that was utilized that could create that. But there's no direct link. Nobody really knows 100% how Ebb and Death was turned.
Okay.
There's that. She just kind of rambles a little bit, telling you about magical properties and things of that nature, stuff you guys already know or don't care about. At the end, she says, well, but with the book gone, I think there's a good case to be made that we will be able to free ourselves from the contract, given that there is now no possible way for us to recreate this stone. Though I should probably try and remain hidden during that conversation, so that they cannot try and snuff out what I did with it. I think it'd probably be best for those of you that did hide this to, while present, at least remain anonymous, and knowing that any information about the book probably shouldn't even tell anybody you've seen it, or they might try and force it out of you. And if they tried to force it out of me, the most I could tell them is that it's in a temple in Pandemonium. I don't know how to get to the storage area or what it entails, so I think this is a good spread of information. But I think with that, I'm going to head to bed, unless anyone else has some questions.
You said your husband's attitude changed when Cryo got here?
His attitude changed when we met with the Zentarum.
Ah,
I believe they did something to our minds. I was able to break free, but I don't think he has been able to. I don't think that our minds were corrupted by Cryo. I just believe that he is the one working with the Zentarum, who then conscripted us. I think he's kind of the middle, though the Zentarum is like the middleman, so, but Cryo oversees it, since it is his operation that he's paying for.
do you have any guesses as to how we could break your husband free of this compulsion?
Well, some sort of restoration, or I was going to beat him silly. Probably deserves it.
Yeah. I was just trying to see if we could do this without violence.
Well, probably some sort of restoration.
I'm happy to help with either, I'm good at punching and restoring.
Yes. Yes, I don't think
Alrighty.
that they can reassert their control as long as we don't go to our monthly meeting. I believe that was probably how they were keeping us under control, is we were to meet with the Zetarum about every other month or so, and that was probably when they were re-upping whatever control they had. And the last meeting I missed because I was sick, and I think that's how I was able to break free. So I think if we can fix him now before the next meeting, I think we shall be set and can get ourselves out of at least this part of the predicament.
Alright.
Sounds like a plan.
I agree.
Alright, well, I'm headed to bed. You are all welcome to keep watch if you'd like. I will see you in the morning.
Sleep well.
I'm sure
Night.
I will. And she hobbles off to one of the bedrooms on the floor. Are you guys taking watch?
I was going to.
Yeah, Lalia will.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just do a group check because you are technically in a safe place. So everybody just roll a perception for me.
I'll guide myself.
Perception.
Thank goodness. Yikes.
Well, 11.
11.
One of you got a 15 because of guidance, but 11.
Look at that.
Okay.
Now I'm kind of sad I used it.
So you got here, it was already pretty dark out. It wasn't quite like midnight, but it was definitely into the day. Whoever has the first shift, you will notice it doesn't take very long, maybe just a couple hours into your shift. The town is always abuzz. There's always people going, people coming, things going on, drinks being had. It seems like this town never really sleeps because they don't really have a schedule, because they just do whatever they want whenever they want. And the fireworks start. Probably keeps you all up a little bit every now and then.
Boom, boom, boom.
But beyond that, The fireworks show lasts a few hours. You guys still hear just some merriment going on, some voices and things throughout the town, a little echoing. There is one thing that all of you notice, though, during each of your shifts, is that Turtenwald is still trying to walk.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
In fact, reporting to each other, he stays up all night
No.
trying to learn to walk.
You gonna be
You
sleeping.
just see like muscle. What's it called? It starts with V. It's like when you're like really, really, really like skinny in the legs and they look dirty, whatever.
Yeah. No, he basically has atrophy. They haven't been used in
Oh,
the-
okay.
Yeah, they haven't been
Muscle
used in
atrophy,
so
my fault.
long.
Yeah.
But beyond that, you all make it through the evening, no real issues, and that'll bring us to the next morning. And I think prior to that, we're gonna take a quick pee break. Then we'll
Alrighty.
pick up with the next day.
yep.
Alright, so welcome back. Jumping back in, you guys have all made it back around to a new morning here in Dinklewood. Those of you, whoever was on the last shift, kind of greeted Jem as she awoke for the day. And, okay, you also see that Turtenwald has taken his first step.
Yay.
Yeah.
Like, guys, everybody wake up!
You can walk.
I took a step all by myself. I haven't done that in like I haven't had like a first step, since I was a baby, and that was like 200 years ago. So this is pretty big for me.
That's impressive.
Yeah, anyways, you guys want some breakfast?
Yes.
Cool. What are you making? I mean, I would make it, but I kind of can't. I just eat apples. That's all I've had for like the last 5 years.
I mean, apples sound good to me.
Oh, I was kind of hoping maybe somebody make some pancakes or something. Because this was a big day for me.
Do you have ingredients for pancakes?
Probably not.
That's going to make that tricky.
Alright, apples it is. Maybe I'll just celebrate with a cool dinner tonight.
Sorry, I gotta restart my computer one more time. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right.
So, but beyond that, is there anything anybody else would like to do in the morning? You see Jim is kind of preparing herself. She helps bring up some food, some apples from downstairs. She spends a little time this morning helping Turtenwald readjust to living upstairs.
As you do.
Other morning activities or routines.
Oh, I guess I'll start working on that tuning fork.
Okay. Yeah, it only would have taken you about an hour or so, and if you were concentrating on it on your way out of the temple, you would have finished it by then.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember which house I made Turtenwald's. I think I gave it a red roof. We're about to find out.
When Chris is lost in the gnome town.
Yes, this is Turtenwald's house. He has a few floors and a basement. That's where he was.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not super big, but there is like an eating area and like plenty of like places and stuff upstairs, extra bedrooms and stuff. So
Poor guy was living with all these steps when he didn't have legs.
yep.
That's rough, man.
So you guys all begin to have some breakfast, kind of getting yourselves prepped for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Turtenwald just kind of is like hanging out with you guys. Like, man, this is totally awesome. I haven't had like friends in my house for a while. Can we be friends? Do you guys want to be my friends?
Well, sure. As long as you wear pants, that is a prerequisite to being my friend.
Oh, I'm going to have to buy some.
That's okay. Their temporary inconveniences are understandable, but
Yeah, my legs got kind of small while they weren't being used, but my other thing didn't, so I think I'm set. I'm pretty excited.
Lolly
What?
wearing pants?
It's what?
Is Lolly wearing pants?
no.
I feel there's a little bit of hypocrisy there.
There we go. I'm back.
Why does he have to wear pants and you don't have to?
Because my dingle doesn't hang out.
Well, mine doesn't anymore, but you know, it is called Dinklewood.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Dinklewood.
See, this guy gets it.
Mhm.
Well, anyways, I thank you guys so much for helping me find my legs. It seems like the terrible accident was more like a joke or something. I just think, you know, whoever pulled the joke probably forgot to tell me that it was a joke or to, you know, end the joke. But, you know, I mean, gnomes live a really long time, so what's like 4 years, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to figure out who it was, though, and I might have to get him back.
If you need help, I'm practicing my pranking, and you know, if we're still around.
Oh, I was just gonna kill him, but okay.
I mean, again, I can help with that too, but that's not what I had in mind.
No, I think I just need some time to calm down. You know, and then maybe I'll just joke him or something, or maybe like steal his wife, or I don't know. We'll have to figure out who it was.
How do you steal a wife? You're going to like kidnap her?
Yeah, you like put him in a bag and then throw him somewhere.
Oh, that doesn't really. I mean, his wife didn't do it to you.
I don't know that.
The best place to throw him is into the river, by the way.
We don't really have rivers here. You know, we're in the middle of a mountain, but I could probably find one. Now that I have legs again, I think I could probably walk to a river. Oh, this is exciting.
So many possibilities.
Oh my goodness, you know what else I can do with legs? I can ride donkeys again.
Still recommend pants for that.
Yeah, probably.
You couldn't do that with just arms?
No, how would I sit in the saddle?
You wouldn't. You would you would wrap your arms around the donkey's neck.
Yeah, and that would not be fun, because then I'd just be flopping everywhere. Or I'd choke the donkey. Have you seen my arms? And he flexes. And he's ripped. Just his arms.
I mean, yeah. I say over the sending stones. If you really want to practice your chaotic nature, we still have those pants.
I mean, I want to tease someone, not give them, you know, chronic disability. I'll keep it in mind, though.
Too bad Cryo's not a tiny person.
Mm. Say there, Turtenwald.
Yeah, what's up? Your
Now
friend.
now that you have your legs back, are you going to stop making scrolls and go back to apple picking?
No, I think I'm done with the apple picking. I'm going to try my hand at making scroll, especially since I know you guys are going to give me some awesome gnome door reviews. Maybe I can get some more business.
That's good. I think you should stick with your passion. Down with the man and capitalism, all that, you know?
Oh, I was really going to like try and like become capitalist, but I guess it doesn't really work here, does it? Okay. You know, because we don't really have money or stuff like that. So, yeah. I was thinking of, like, some other spells that maybe I could use and stuff like that. I think I'm going to make a spell scroll because, like, you're a paladin, right?
That's what they call me.
So you guys have that really cool thing called Smite,
Yes.
right? I think I'm going to make a spell scroll called Smote.
Oh, yeah?
Yup.
And what is the difference there, I ask?
Like when you like divine strike somebody, you like pour a bunch of your radiant essence into them in order to like explode their spirit. But when you cast the smote one, you're just gonna fart. You know, because that's kind of like necrotic and weird.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I think that would be really cool for like teenagers in high school, like fart bombs and stuff. I think that could be a really fun one.
Indeed.
You know, the way of the future is to speak with the children. So if I can get the kids on my side, I've got this town on lock.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
just make sure you keep up with their lingo.
Yes, that is key.
Who's lingo?
Exactly.
Right.
All right, well, I'm gonna go start working on that stuff. If you guys need anything, just let me know.
Good
Will do.
luck.
All right, see you later. And then he starts to take a step down the stairs, and he just falls. And you're dun 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 dun.
Oh no.
Don't worry, I'm all right. Damn legs.
Stupid legs.
But the morning is yours. Anything else you guys would like to do? You're kind of just sitting around the table enjoying some apples for breakfast, and Jim is hanging out.
Well, I would. We should probably resolve our issues here. I want to go shopping.
Are those two separate things, or are issues shopping?
It's two separate things because there's no shop.
Oh, right. Right.
You just hear Turton Wolf from the basement. I'm a shop!
Wow, his hearing is certainly not that bad. Well, yes, Pink, do we want to go talk to Dad and figure that out?
Bink is already on his way.
Bink! Oh, shit. Alright, it won't take us long to catch up to him. He's got tiny legs. Let's go get him.
And you just see like the sword dancing, Tyr's sword just dancing around me, just like
Nice.
floating, like it's a little living being. His name's His name is Chris.
Chris Sword.
No real reason. His name's Chris the Sword.
Chris the sword, you got it.
For crisscrossing your enemies with the wounds, yes?
And the crisscross some X's on their chest. Play tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright. So in the early morning, you guys carefully make your way back over towards Dinklewood Mansion. Jim is kind of following behind you guys, and she says, well, I think I'm safe. Don't think any of the townsfolk were looking for me. I think it was just the Zethram and Cryo, and, well, Dinkle might be a little shocked, depending on what type of control they're using. He may or may not come after me as well, but if I'm with you guys, I feel like we have a little better chance.
Yep, and we got your back, Mama Bink. Don't worry about it.
Alright, well, I suppose
Forget about it.
are we headed in?
Looks to Bink.
I think he's just like checking out his beard, making sure it's like in tip top shape. He's, oh yeah.
Alright. So as you guys head into Castle Dinklewood, or Manor Dinklewood, I guess, technically. You are greeted in the entryway by just a couple of gnomes. They say, oh, well, hello. Are you here to see Master Dinkle? Oh, it's you, Bink. Are you here to see your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's having breakfast.
Where's the place again?
Oh wait, I know where it is. We're just gonna walk down.
Thank you.
Yep. As Mama Jim passes, a couple of the gnomes that are like out here are just like, oh, you're back. She kind of shushes them
Tell
off.
no one about her.
Hmm?
You tell no one.
Okie dokie. We're gonna tell everyone. And they run into the walls.
Oh no.
You're back.
You walk into the dining area. And you do see Father Dinkle sitting at the head of the table, just kind of eating some breakfast. Oh! Bink, my boy! I thought you were gone. I thought you left. Thought you went with the Zentrum that were here the other week. Why are you back?
So we can stick around a little bit longer.
Oh, well, that's quite interesting. I mean, if you're not going to get in trouble, then, you know, spend as much time as you want, my boy. But, well, it's been a few days, but what were you up to?
Well, you know, we had to bring in supplies. We had to help them out. They had us in the back, so we had to help them with a couple of stuff.
Well, all right. Well, I'm glad you made your way back by. What brings you by today?
I mean, you know, like we haven't been.
Okay, I can't keep speaking in the voice with that like mildly grunting voice. There's only so many sentences Bink can sound without sounding too ridiculous. We're basically here because, well, I mean, why not? I haven't been here for like, what? It's been like, let's see, how many years has it been? 17, 18 years?
Well, you know, I
Now I need
suppose
to
that's
count.
as good a reason as any, my boy. You are welcome here. You know. Well, is there anything I can help you all with today? Anything you're working on? At this point, a couple of you have made it in the room, but you can see that Jim has very specifically stayed in the back. She has not entered the room yet.
Okay. Since my internet was janky, I actually didn't even know what exactly we were doing. So because I kept like knocking, like listening in and out, and then crashing, and I'm not sure if exactly what we were supposed to do when we got here. I wasn't able to listen.
No, you're fine. So Mom has followed you guys back to the manor. It sounds like what you've gathered so far is there might need to be some sort of restoration done to try and break whatever hold the Zentrum has on your father's mind.
Got it.
But this is basically, you have walked back in and you have seen him. He has not seen Mom yet, and he's just kind of chatting you up.
We have no means of undoing what he has on him, correct?
Lalia does.
Lalia does. Got it.
But she's following your cues. So you let her know what you want her to do to do it.
Okay. So I'm gonna okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to.
Hey, can I show you something over here down the hall?
I'm gonna kind of like look in the direction that I'm bringing him to, and kind of like hint at everyone to kind of like go around the corner and kind of behind, so we can kind of like hold him in place and use the spell or whatever Lolly is gonna use.
Well, yep. Jim kind of backs up. You guys backing out of the doorway?
Yep.
He hasn't seen Lalia, so she's gonna be behind one of the archways or whatever
Sweet.
to hide.
I've never stealthed before.
He kind of walks over. He's like, "Oh yes, Bink, my boy. What's going on? Show me what you like. I'm done with breakfast, so."
Okay, go on this way.
You leading him out into the hallway?
Also, one more thing.
Yep, yes, my boy.
As he's like walking out of the door. Sorry for this, and then that's my cue for everyone to jump him and hold him down.
Oh! What can I help you with, my boy? Oh, nothing. Just gonna mug you.
As Bink was walking him out, Lalia would like to send to Zan, can you paralyze him?
I can stab his back and paralyze him permanently.
I can't remember above table if you have hold person.
Old person.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are you
Nope,
casting?
don't have it.
Why do I feel like I have
Monster
something for
is
this?
what I have.
Oh, you just have hold monster?
Yeah, because I got rid of the wand.
But
Gotcha.
maybe he's secretly a temporary monster. No.
Right. Well, we won't worry about that then. So Lolly is gonna make a grab for him and be like, so sorry, sir. And when she makes contact, try to cast, she'll just go for the Big Daddy and do greater restoration. With her prayer bead. So she shouldn't need to worry about components.
Okay. So surprising this little gnome, he is obviously going to just reactively try and get away.
Right.
Or avoid you, thinking he's about to get smacked in the face. So let's make...
Just stand still!
Oh, God! So let's make some opposing or contested either athletics or acrobatics checks.
Okay.
He has a +6.
Alright. She's got +10. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that was almost a 2. 22.
He got a 16. So you do manage to get your hands on him. You guys watch as Lalia just kind of reaches out and grabs your father by the head. Whoa, good boy! And then this flash of radiant energy just kind of encompasses his body. You see his eyes glow for a moment, and then he kind of relaxes. And he just kind of looks back at all of you. He's like, "What? Well, that was weird."
Yes, it was. As Lolly is like shaking her hand. So sorry. Didn't mean to be so violent.
Wow. Oh, I've been stuck in there for so long. Wow.
Bink goes in for an actual legitimate hug this time again.
Yeah. Says, yes, my boy. It gives you a nice, sturdy hug. It's like, oh, well, thank you. Thank you all for getting me out of that. That was quite the experience. And you kind of hear from behind Zan, well, yes, I agree, as Jim kind of steps out. He says, oh, and you brought my lovely wife.
Lovely wife.
My lovely wife. Oh, darling, it's so good to see you. Oh, my goodness. We need to talk. We need to talk right now. Everybody,
To the Bat Cave.
in the kitchen. Or back into the dining room. He kind of like runs back.
Alrighty.
You all following him back in?
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Bink. That was very quick thinking.
Yes. Let us follow back into the dining room.
Oops. I think I just shot Mom into the sky.
Oh no.
Oh, nope, she's on the bed.
She's blasting off again.
Now she's on the table. Damn it, Mom, get off the table.
Gnomes have weird customs.
Alright, forget it. I'm done moving your characters around. Anyways, you guys have all made it back into the dining room, and he's just kind of sitting around. He says, well, I'm so glad you're back, Jim. Tell me, what happened with the book? She just kind of looks over at the rest of you and says, well, they handled it, Bink and his friends. I think it's best if I don't know. Just in case someone were to try to look for it, I wouldn't have the full knowledge. But suffice it to say, I believe that they took care of it, locked it away, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
So, well, that's one good thing, I guess. And I suppose at this point we should probably call off the deal with the Zentrum. I think that will probably be the easy part of this. I don't think Lord Cryo is going to be very happy with you. Maybe you should lay low for a while, Jim. I don't think you should be here when he returns. Or at least not visible. But I think we've got a very good chance of talking at least out of the Zentrum. I'm sure it will upset him that we're going to cancel on the deal, but I'm sure he'll be amicable. I don't see him wanting to destroy our town just because of what happened, but maybe we can help him in the future. But there's obviously, we've been doing this for years and there's nothing even close to that book, so I think that'll be a conversation for us to have, and maybe though you, Bink, and your friends could help, just in case things get out of hand, I guess. But yes, I'll take care of the Zentrum. I can still contact them, and I just think it's best that I don't go in person, or I take some sort of shielding with me if I do, but I don't see an issue there. Just have Cryo to deal with, I think. And the townspeople might be a little upset that we're not going to have an influx of money anymore. They just learned how to use it, and now I get to tell them they don't have to use it anymore. Maybe they'll be happy. I don't know, but certainly be less work around town. So we'll have to find some other ways to entertain ourselves. So,
Worry, he's best off dead.
Okay, well, I won't disagree with you, Bink, but I'd exercise some extreme caution if you decide to take him on. I believe he's much more powerful than he looks, but who am I to stop you? You've obviously apparently done some miracles, but I think that's probably the conversation we should have now. And by now, I mean right now. He's due back later today.
No time like the present.
Yes. Well, Jim, if you don't mind, I know you'd mentioned not being partial to some information. We still have the, and he winks at her, special room downstairs that you can hide in. She kind of blushes and is like, yep. Gives him a kiss on the cheek, comes and gives you a nice big squeeze, Bink. She's like, I'm gonna go hide. Let me know when it's over.
Bink's just like,
Okay.
And she's gone. Yep. So Dinkle kind of looks back over at all of you, says, well,
Bink's voice just like drops down like a whole decibel. It just goes like, okay, so here's the plan. Like for the first time in his life, he's just like,
Go to this.
to this. This is a serious strategy voice.
says, yes, what are we thinking?
Well, if we break the contracts, he's obviously not gonna be happy with that. He's not gonna leave this place alone. He might take you down with after breaking down the contract.
I think he'll be upset, but we technically have the protection of the Zentrum, considering we fulfilled our bargain with them. Technically, we tried.
Did
for
you
the,
really? Did it say that you have to try, or did you have to succeed?
Yes, so our contract with the Zentrum was for 2 years' worth of work. We completed that contract just a couple months ago, I believe, at least given the time period here, which is a little extended versus the time back in the material plane. So technically it was like 3 or 4 years of time in the material plane, so they got even more. Anyways, yes, we have completed the 2 years worth of work that we originally agreed to with the Zentarum. Later this month I was to go and potentially draw up and write a new contract for more years worth of work, but that is easily avoidable. I will just tell them we don't wish to re-sign, and I don't think that'll be any issue. But until that conversation, I believe we are protected by the Zentarum, and because we are a vested interest for them, I believe it would be counterproductive for Cryo to do anything to the town specifically, though he might get a little angry at me. I don't think that he will do much, but I think we should certainly make sure he knows that we are no longer going to be involved, especially considering he is going to be here today anyways.
Won't he know that you're out of his grasp now, though, because you were under his spell?
I don't believe it was Cryo that had me under any sort of magics. I believe it was the Zentarum, which is probably why they full-heartedly only made me sign a contract for 2 years instead of life. They figured it wouldn't really matter. But no, I don't believe Cryo even... I mean, he may understand that the Zentarum used magics on me, but it was nothing that he had control over, so as long as we don't tell him the magic's broken, he might believe it's the Zentarum ordering this cease, and maybe diffuse the situation a little bit. Or we could tell him I'm free.
No, let's not tell him that. Let's be on the safe side. If anything, we'll be on the sidelines ready to fight in case anything goes down. I would say you confront him and tell him the deal's off, and we'll see what happens and be on the sidelines ready to protect him in case anything happens.
Yes, well, I don't think he's going to be happy either way. But I think we can...
Well, you said he won't attack you. If he attacks you, we'll attack back.
Yes, well, I can't guarantee he won't attack me.
Which is why we'll be on the side.
Hoping. But yes, well put, son.
Better if we're not visible and in sight. We'll just keep a distance. Any life-threatening danger, we will help you, obviously.
Wonderful, and well, I suppose that's the only thing left to do is to wait for his arrival. I believe he's only about an hour or so away. Anyone for breakfast?
We've already had breakfast.
Yes.
Wonderful.
But you help yourself, we interrupted yours.
No, I was quite done. I already had a few pounds of bacon. I think I'll be okay. Well, I suppose we can wait here for the hour. Coffee or tea or apple juice.
Just
Be honest.
I mean, I will have apple juice.
No, the coffee and tea, does it have apples in it?
Yes, of course.
Just checking.
Okay, well, the one weird question. I mean, look where you are. Yes, everything has apples in it. Except for the bacon. The apples aren't in the bacon, they're just on the bacon.
Makes sense.
this.
And I show... Oh my god, why didn't I think about this before?
This is a cool idea. Look at this.
I show him my mug, and I show it fills it automatically by itself as an idea for him to mass produce for the village.
He says, oh my goodness. Well, speaking of that, we do have a couple minutes here, and he hands you back your wand of pyrotechnics. He says,
Yeah.
given the couple days I had with this, I was able to secure the essence of how to recreate these.
Oh boy.
I think some endless mugs of chunky apple juice, that could be a real seller, or at least very beneficial to our community.
Yeah.
Be happy to maybe draw up another plan with you. And maybe getting the plans for that. But let's wait until after we talk to Cryo, just in case I die.
Mhm.
We're going to do our best to make sure that doesn't happen, but we appreciate caution.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wait, what? Is there an actual use of the ring of mind shielding still? Mm,
If Zeterim show up,
Would-
but
that
if
is
you
100%
want to,
true.
if you need a spot for your sword, that might not be the worst one to do. But just while we're still in an area where people might want to know where the book is.
Wait, this can hold a soul also? Oh,
Yep.
it's one of those rings too. Okay. In case anybody permanently dies, we could just be like, they're like, oh, and then it's like, no, you don't. Whoop, and the ring you go.
We gotcha. Haha.
We got this, yes.
Alrighty, guys. Are you ready? Okay.
And I like go to sleep at the time being.
Anything else you guys would like to do or prepare over the next hour or so?
I am going to. I don't know what to unequip. Everything's good. I got. So there's. Wait. 2.
Well, don't forget you have 5 attunement spots right now, because your proficiency
Oh, yeah.
bonus, I believe, is 5.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we had 6. Do we have 5 or 6?
5.
5. Got it. Oh, it's just showing a 6. Never mind. Okay. I have belt of stone giant strength, gold step tattoo, flint tongue rapier, for the maker's drum, and ring of mind shielding. I feel like since I'm not getting that close anymore, and I just got this new sword, I think I'm gonna deactivate flint tongue rapier for now. Until I don't need the ring of mind shielding, I'll keep that on for now, just in case.
Mhm.
Well, since I don't think I'll be close for this battle either. I'll just deactivate that and activate the Tears Rapier.
Cool.
Nice. Bink's gonna kick some butt if it comes to that. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it comes to that.
Equip that. Equip this bad boy.
Legendary item equipped. Dum dum.
Yeah.
Achievement unlocked.
Alright. Anything else for the hour?
Other than that
It,
attunement? No.
is the plan for us to be actually hidden when Cryo shows up, Bink? The party?
Wait, what?
Is the plan for those of us in the party to actually be hidden when Cryo shows up? Like, you want us tucked that far away, or are we just going to be in the same room trying not to look threatening?
Where is he meeting him? Where's the place? In the house right here or something, or how's it going?
You ask, and he tells you that he usually appears just outside of town, or at least on like the edge of town. That's where he teleports in. He's not 100% sure, but he usually comes to the front door and knocks. So Dinkle was planning on maybe just meeting him outside on the porch, like he does sometimes.
Oh, like last time we saw him talking at the front?
Yep.
Got it. We're gonna hide when they're having the conversation, like last time, we're gonna all hide at the bottom of the stairs. Same exact way as we kinda like snuck up. We'll just like watch and listen in.
Okay.
Like we'll start in the town square where it's like bustling with life and gnomes, little gnomes. And the party of non-gnomes will just be kind of just sitting there buying stuff and just chilling.
Lolly is gonna take advantage of the hour to find a place to make herself as inconspicuous as possible, hoping that extra time to locate and tuck as a centaur will benefit her in terms of not being noticed.
Okay.
I'd
Well,
like to get Polly's opinion. Should I wear the belt of strength or the ring of mind shielding?
I'm keeping the mind shielding just in case. Like, just as a precaution for this area. You never know what'll happen.
I think in the immediate future, Bink is right that it's probably better, you're more likely to need your mind shielded in this very specific scenario than you are to need to use your muscles. But
Yes. Muscles come secondary, your mind muscles come first.
Okay,
If
then
your mind muscle is worked out, they can punch out the threats that are getting inside your head.
I will unattune the belt and attune the ring. And I'm attuning my cloak of protection.
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
Alright. Well, you guys have made it outside. Dinkle takes his position at the top of the stairs here. And for the sake of mechanics, being within 30 feet of him would not require perception checks to hear the conversation. Being within 60 feet, you'd probably have to make some checks to hear. Being beyond 60 feet would be checks with disadvantage to hear. So I will mark that for you, and we can try and find some places where you might want to sit.
If we wanted to perceive by sight, would that be different?
Yes, sight
Okay.
you would have about 120 feet.
Okay.
So there's your 30 and 60 bubbles for hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be standing right next to Bink's father.
Okay, so you're going to
No.
stand.
Instead of hiding.
You're just going to hang out
Yep.
directly next to him. You want to be like in this patio area, or there's like a little seating area over here.
Anywhere like a bodyguard would seem natural.
Okay, yeah. Probably like here-ish. Keeping an
Okay.
eye out. Alright.
Because when we last talked to Cryo, I think he thought we were part of the Zeterum. Even though I was completely honest with him about we killed the Zeterum in the Feywild. So
True.
we'll just see what happens.
Lolly is gonna say, if something goes south, message me to Zanzidar, and then go probably 80-ish feet away. Or well, we'll say the exact 70 that she would need to sprint in.
Yeah. So you could probably like be next to this cart even.
Yep.
Bink, where are you hanging out?
I'm gonna. How long would I want to use greater invisibility? But how long does that last? Up to a minute. Damn it. I was gonna say at the bottom of the stairs for that long, but
Don't you have both?
I have both. Wait, I mean, wait, what's the difference between greater and not greater again? Sorry.
Greater doesn't break when you attack or cast spells.
Got it.
And regular lasts for an hour.
Yeah, I'll just do regular visibility. And stay at the bottom of the steps then. To like the left where I can hear them easily. Second level.
So like here?
Yep.
Okay. So Bink is currently technically invisible. Anything else before we just wait it out for a minute?
Nope.
Oh wait, diddly juju. I should have did something else in the meantime, but never mind. It's already too late.
Oh, what were you thinking? You had time.
I was gonna think I should probably resummon Peter, but that takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably haven't been outside long enough for that. If you guys were just coming
Yeah.
out and taking positions.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Well, you guys take your positions, and Dinkle stands at the top. A few moments go by, and you do see a gentleman approaching. There's a figure that you have seen before, a very dapper-looking older gentleman in a... Oh, hey, look, that works almost perfectly.
Oh, look.
Oh, wait, no, he's too hip,
Oh,
I think. Hold on.
no.
Yeah, he's got, like, jeans on.
I would say that guy looks like someone who
Damn,
would be
he
at an
looks
art gallery
spiffy.
opening.
Well, he's not... It's probably more
Oh,
like
this looks
guy.
extravagant. Oh.
Yep. Probably more like this guy. He is wearing a snow white suit with an icy blue tie.
Ooh, is he wearing a pompadour?
No.
Nah.
Oh.
If
He
only.
starts to approach, and Bink, make a perception check.
Shit. 18.
Okay. You see as he makes eye contact with Dinkle, kind of giving him a wave. It's, morning. He also looks at you, Bink. Morning.
He sees me,
He said good morning to you.
and I just want to clarify, I'm invisible, right?
Yep.
Morning!
Just kind of gives you a nod and starts walking up the steps. Says, well, this is quite the entourage you have today, Dinkle. You have an invisible townsperson watching me, and this Zentrum Dragonborn I met on my last visit. What's
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I just want to clarify. I look like a clown. Literally a clown.
Okay.
I have, like, the nose.
Lovely.
I got the colorful hair and everything as he saw me. Like, just before he saw me, just in case.
Yeah.
Switch to a clown outfit. So he sees me highlighted as a clown.
I
He
love
doesn't
it.
seem very surprised by your outfit, but you get a little chuckle out of him too. But yes, he says to Dinkle, this is quite the entourage. What's the occasion, I guess? Something interesting happening today? Dinkle kind of looks back at him and says, yes, well, Lord Cryo, unfortunately I have some rather untimely news. Unfortunately, due to the disappearance and inability to recover the tome required to continue work on this runestone project, the Zentrum have seen fit to pause our contract so that they don't pay us for not working. And, to be potentially picked up in the future should the book ever be recovered, yada, yada, yada. And essentially, and unfortunately, at the moment, I think our deal has gone stale, and I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that we would no longer be employed at the moment, but should book be recovered, and we will do our best to continue looking for it, you will be alerted, and maybe we can restart at that point. I'm going to roll a deception check and an insight check for Cryo.
Oh boy.
Okay. He kind of looks Dinkle over and he's like, yes, well, it is quite untimely. What happened to this book, Dinkle? I feel like there's something missing here. No more than you're letting on. And I don't particularly know what happened to it. I know that it's gone. I know that it's unrecoverable as far as I know so far, and like I said, we will continue to try and find it if we can. And at this point, Cryo kind of interrupts him. Says, "No. You're hiding something from me, gnome. Tell me what you found out. Why this sudden interest in canceling our deal?" And Dinkle kind of responds, I don't know what you're insinuating. I've received word from the and his sentence gets cut short as Lord Cryo just kind of reaches out and grabs your father by the scruff of his neck, like his collar around his shirt, and just lifts him off the ground, bringing him eye level with him. I want the truth, gnome. I don't. I honestly don't know what happened with the book. There's been reports that it's been hidden or sealed. It's out of our reach. At this point, he just kind of takes Dinkle. What was that?
That's you.
Oh, I'm echoing in Connor's mic.
Alright.
I thought you were saying something. But he kind of just takes Dinkle and throws him onto the ground. And Dinkle kind of lands prone. Ugh! And Cryo kind of looks around and says, well, I see why you brought so much protection. That's quite all right. You haven't upset me that much. I know you're hiding something, and I'm sure I'll find out what it is. Or I'll just burn your town to the ground. Not too worried about the Zentrum. However, it's of little consequence. I've been quite busy with dealings to the south and trying to clean up this mess, I guess, left behind by Vashir and the Feywild recently. I had neglected my own duties in responding to my master. They let me know some very interesting information. It appears that the ruin stone that was lost to the ages has been recently sighted on the material plane. Though whomever it is that has it, has done a good job of hiding it from their eyes. We did get a name, though. Someone I can begin to look for. I'm assuming humanoid. My master does not know the particulars of them. But their name is Zanzadar. Apparently, they have found the ruin stone. So, perhaps I'll start looking for them. Come back here if I don't. But tell me, gnome, do you know of someone with this name? Dinkle just kind of looks up. I mean, it sounds familiar. I can't say that I don't. No.
At this point, I'll message Lalia. We might have a problem.
Alright. I mean, she watched Dinkle get picked up and dropped on the ground, so she's probably inched about half of her speed forward. Just.
Then you're within hearing range, then.
Oh, uh-oh.
I am. But am I able to reciprocate what? Reciprocate. Wait, is that the right word? I feel like that isn't, but maybe it is.
Play some
Whatever.
telephone.
Tell them through the sending stone what's happening, basically, word for word.
Yeah, you can send it out to Lalia so she can hear without a check.
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, you've heard the conversation as well.
Okay.
So Cryo just kind of stares down at Dinkle and says, yes, well, perhaps we should spend a little bit of time on that then, since that's where my vision is taking me. And he looks over at you, Zan.
Mm-hmm.
You, bodyguard, you reek of the Feywild. Tell me, what's your identification number?
I'll just shoot it out there like 72154.
Huh. No, No, that's not right. You must have been one of the new ones that Vashir acquired in the Feywild, since you still reek of it. He was sent a packet of information that contained identification numbers for new members. Did you not receive yours?
I must have misplaced it.
Make a deception check.
Okay. Fairly good at it.
That's
28.
good.
Okay. He looks at you and says, well, be glad I don't have any power over the Zetrum necessarily. That usually ends with your death if you forget your identification number. He looks down the stairs. What about you, small invisible gnome? What's your number? You reek of the Feywild as well.
5.
You say 5?
Yeah, he said 5.
Make a deception check.
This actually works. 28.
Jesus. Another one. Well, if
Damn.
Bashir weren't already dead, I'd certainly kill him. He was given particulars. You need to I suggest you all learn your identification numbers. Anyways, since you're here, you are part of the Zentrum, so you are relatively connected throughout the world. Tell me, either of you, have you heard of an individual named Zanzadar?
You're gonna let Bink answer first.
No, but I know a guy named Jerry.
Make a deception check.
Jerry.
24.
All right. Says, yes, that's wonderful. He looks back at you, Zan. And what about you?
I've seen him before. He's a white dragon born.
Make a deception check.
35.
He got a natural 1.
Woo!
Natural 20 to a natural 1. He says, huh, interesting. White dragonborn, you say? Well, I know for sure he's not white. That sounds weird. He's not a white dragonborn.
Don't bring race into this.
no,
No.
But perhaps there's some truth behind what you say, necessarily, but... And what about you, Centaur?
Son of a bitch.
I see you listening over there. Do you know of this Zanzadar that your dragonborn companion mentioned?
Well, in Lalia's head, it's just, Artie, give me strength. Even if I had heard of him, I would have no idea how to tell you where he is.
Make a deception or a persuasion check?
They're the same roll for me, I think. Ooh, 11.
He got a 12.
Oh my gosh. Well, that sucks.
He starts stepping down the stairs towards you and he says, "Oh, really now?
Yup.
Why would you not be able to tell me where he is?"
Wait, on that note. Can I use silvery bombs on that?
Oh, to make him roll lower?
Yeah, and then give you a positive.
He might recognize you're casting a spell on him.
Yeah, what are the components
Guy,
to it?
pretend I'm sneezing and go.
Okay. It is verbal. You are just making a bunch of hibber-jibber. It would cause him to re-roll. It would not let Lalia re-roll her deception, because it adds the advantage afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But it could force him to re-roll. And he rolled a 2 the first time,
Jeez.
which gave him a 12. And so this time he needs a natural 1.
Oh, that's not gonna help then. Oh.
That's an 18, so we got a 28 instead.
Oh.
So she's just kind of takes a few steps. Says, so,
Didn't know
since
he
you
got a plus 11. Jeez.
obviously know who he is, where might I find this Zanzibar? What information can you tell me about him?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me. I saw through your last lie, and you, sneezing clown. Maybe you're all hiding something. What do you know?
I'm sorry, I just didn't know my number.
Yes.
I can tell you that he had a hand in killing Bashir.
So that means you all have met him then, if you were with Vashir.
We already covered that.
Yes. So then, why did that one up top then lie and tell me it was a white dragonborn? What is he really?
I'm waiting on Lalia since she's in the
Thanks.
conversation. And she let it slip.
I mean, you got the fucking truthful fucking paladin.
Kind of looks back at you, Bink. Says, you seem to be, quite the speaker. Tell me, where is this Zanzibar? What information can you provide me?
I started scratching my butt mid-sentence.
Well, I tell you what. I had plans on leaving this town here and just dropping the barrier that I so kindly created. Give me some information on how to find this Zanzibar, and perhaps I'll return this town to the material plane. I mean, what's the death of a few hundred gnomes when I've already taken out an entire kingdom of humans?
Well, Bink has no idea what to do now. Anyone has any suggestions?
I mean, honestly, to me, it feels like we're fighting.
It feels like to me that would be a really bad idea.
It's a really bad idea, but it seems like that's gonna happen no matter what in a sec. What are you guys up for? Out of context, what are you guys thinking? Are you thinking we fight him? Because it looks like I don't know what else to do. We're about to verse a guy that's freaking able to wipe out probably more cryo easily or something. I don't know.
I mean, you
is what I
two
mean.
could maybe convince him of somewhere else Zanzibar is. Lalia cannot lead that charge. But he has offered to
He doesn't
move,
believe you anymore.
right, like he has offered to move Bink's home back if we can convince him where Zanzibar is. My +5 is not going to cut it. Not to mention Lalia doesn't like to lie. So if you wanted to run that angle, we could. If you want to fight, I mean, I'm down.
Actually, I have a question. So instead of Lalia, could I have given the buff to myself if I were to try to, like, give myself a little buff to Lion?
Sure. I mean, thinking about it like this and putting it out there, absolutely.
I can do that. I could do an advantage if I were to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do it to me instead of Lalia. Let's see.
Fine.
Well, okay. Heck, I was gonna say we met them in the Feywilds, but I was about to say, wait, no, then I put Lalia's family in danger.
I mean, you could say something like, we met him in the Feywild, and after Vashir fell, the troop headed south or something, you know? Implying they're still in the Feywild, but not in Forester's Glen.
What in the who now?
Right.
I'm trying to like figure out how to word this without having too much consequences. I'm trying to think like,
Right.
okay, if I say this, who is gonna be screwed over, or where is he going?
Mm-hmm.
Or we could just try and fight.
I'm totally up for fighting too. What about you, Lalia?
He's
Y'all
one of
know-
the heads of the snakes, right?
What was that?
He's
Once
one of the
everyone
heads
else is
of the
kind of
snakes.
under. Everyone else is kind of under a trance. Plus, there's still the Vetrum that might come by.
What was that, Connor?
Yeah, what'd you say?
If we're thinking about this as like a Hydra situation, he's one of the heads, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to take him down eventually.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the heads. However, you guys know
But he has
I
his place in the
love
whole
combat,
dome.
and I am hesitating. That
Yeah,
should
he
tell
has his
you a
whole place
lot.
in the dome, and what happens after we defeat him? Like, will it be teleport back? Will the dome just drop and we're all screwed? Like, what's gonna happen?
You're not sure. You know that it takes
We're
like
not
12
sure.
people to undo the dome. You...
But for him,
Yeah, I mean, you know that there are some spellcasters. The gnomes could probably end up figuring it out. It would just take them time.
oh, okay.
Let's see, some other things that you know. You know that he's pretty powerful.
You could use it as a bargaining tool. Send the gnomes back to their plane of existence or whatever, and we'll give them the information.
Yeah,
Okay, I think that's
Yeah, you could start there, and then once it's back, maybe see about fighting or what you want to do.
Yeah.
I think you guys have some plane shift scrolls. You could even try and tell them the truth and GTFO. I mean, just putting some thoughts out there. But Bink, what are you feeling?
feeling the plan that we make the deal. We'll tell him right after he teleports him back, and then who has this? Who has a scroll plane shift? I know we have one. Oh, two. Wait, one. Wait, I think I'm thinking. Yes. Wait, who does have any?
I have banishment.
Wouldn't that just put him in a void of nothingness forever?
And it would put us back to the original plane where we came from.
I would split the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I checked inventory.
Wait,
Somebody had
wait.
one.
How would? What do you
I
mean
do,
that
I
would split the
think.
party? What, you would go back to Feywilds?
Yep. If Zanzidar banishes Lalia, she goes to Feywild.
Wait, can you banish everyone?
And
In a
actually,
certain radius?
yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't I be back here then? Wouldn't I stay here?
You are not on the material plane right now.
Oh, you meant I thought you meant like play. I thought you meant like places that we like came from. Like you were born here, bam, you're back where you are.
Gotcha. No, the realm of existence that you came from.
But we're out of the Feywilds.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't be split. We were in the same realm.
Well, that was if he used banish, because you can only banish one target at a time, I think, right?
You can banish multiple, but the spell literally says if the person you banish is from a different plane of existence, it will send them back to that plane. So
Yes.
if Zanzidar uses banishment
Oh,
on
why
the
not
plane of
just banish?
pandemonium,
Wait,
Okay.
Wait, what? Why not
Okay.
banished?
So yes, yeah. So if Zanzidar banished, Lalia would go to the Feywild. The two of you would go to the material realm.
Okay.
And it would effectively split the party. Well, yeah, it'd be 3 and 1. Lalia would be somewhere in the Feywild. A whole new adventure.
Well, I'm up for it if you guys are. Nah, crap, this is tricky. I don't want us to split like that. What do you guys feel? I don't know what's the full plan. Are you being serious about the banish on us after we do this?
No.
Like, okay, thank God. I'm about to say, wait a second. Um, let's just make the deal with him first. Let's see where we go with it after. So you know, yeah.
Okay. Cryo,
Yes, I'm listening.
we'll tell you what he looks like after you send this village back.
Make a persuasion check.
And I get advantage
Yep, you can use it if you want.
using it. 20, not natural.
Okay. Huh. Well, I mean, I have no more use for this town anyways, so we might as well. Give me a moment. You see his eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. You guys recognize that he's probably using some sort of sending spell, some sort of communicative spell or power. Alright, it is done. The town will be returning, rematerializing to the material plane within the hour. The glyphs have been activated. You can look for yourself around town. He kind of points down one of the alleys, and you can see that the glyphs that are here on this side with you in the town, they look identical to the ones that you saw on the material plane. You see that they are now glowing and starting to emit this energy, and you watch as from the glyphs, the wall, this dome-like barrier around the town, begins to slowly start to glow. You can see like this energy moving out from each of the glyphs. You can tell it's going to take some time for it to encompass the entire dome, but you can see that it is starting to cover. So it is starting to teleport back, is what you can assume. So that'll take about an hour, but it is done. Cannot undo it. The old town will be back in its quaint mountain within the hour.
Bink just sits down and waits for the timer to go down.
Well, I said after it gets back, so we'll wait a little while.
It's true.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to get something to eat then. He walks off towards the market.
I'll go with you.
You're gonna join him, Zan?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's fine. And Dinkle's just kind of like, well, I'm just gonna have a seat. Just kind of hangs out here. Anybody else? Bink or Lalia?
Nah.
So
Nothing much. I'm just gonna drink my apple juice. Maybe some Peter in the meantime.
Okay. You work on bringing Peter back.
Yeah.
By the way, what's he have on right now?
As far as you can tell, it is a nice, like, 4-piece suit.
So, like, kingpin suit?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
assuming
you hang
white.
it- Yeah, it's white with the blue tie.
Nice.
What'd you say? Are you hanging by the cart? Okay. He just kind of walks over to one of the stalls and starts ordering some things. He's not really paying you much mind, Zan.
So since we're in an exchange of information, what are you trying to find the Zanzibar for?
You weren't listening, were you?
Nope.
Apparently, the ruin stone that was lost, this Zanzibar has recovered.
What's this rune stone do?
Well, that's for me to know and you not to worry about. But once I find this Zanzibar, wherever you're hiding him or whatever you know about him, I will simply take the stone from him. That'll be one step closer.
Well, say he got rid of the stone. What then?
Well, I'll make him tell me where it is.
And who orders you around?
No one you need to concern yourself with.
Are we sitting at a bar? Or
You're
at
just
a
kind of
table?
standing at like a market table. There's like a little countertop. You guys have been here before. There's the like guy that's like serving like little treats and pies and things, and he's just kind of walking through, picking out a couple things buffet style that he's going to munch on.
Over the headset, using the sending stones, I really want to take something from him.
You're telling that to the party?
Yeah.
Well, you guys hear that from Zanzibar? Any responses?
Nope.
Interesting. So you know how thieves kind of they don't take something right away, they brush up against or whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that?
Just kind of want to like brush up against him, see what's going on a little bit.
I want to feel him up a little bit if I could. Yeah.
Sure. Make a either perception or investigation check. Pretty easy to do here at this like market stall. There's plenty of bouncing around to begin with.
10.
Okay. You don't gather much. You do recognize that the suit he's wearing is illusory.
Ooh, neat.
So you can't really see where any of his actual pockets or bags or things like that are. So thieving from him would probably be pretty hard to begin with. But you definitely know that the suit is more of an image that he has put over whatever he's actually wearing.
Could I get an idea of what he's actually wearing?
Not
Like
with a
Converse
tin.
clothes?
Nope. Not really. You feel hard, something hard for sure, but probably maybe armor of some sort underneath.
I'd say with just finding out that the suit itself is illusory, and he doesn't actually look like this, it's disheartening, and I really lose interest.
Mhm.
Um, think I'm just going to walk away because there's nothing else I need to know from him at this point.
All right. So you heading
But
back over to anybody else particular, or?
I'm definitely relaying the information that the suit's fake and that he's just a
He's a
what's
what?
a good word for hypocrite, but just imagery wise? He's not as pretty as he looks.
I don't know. Saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just relaying that over the sending stones to the rest of the group, and I'm gonna go sit back with them and wait.
Cool. You guys see Zanzidar kind of returning to the area you're all in. Say at this point we're just about at an hour, so Bink, your invisibility drops. You all see a Bink in a clown suit appear.
Honk. Honk.
At this point, Lord Cryo begins to walk back over as well, kind of standing amongst you.
I look at him. Honk honk.
Yes. Delightful. Well, as you can see, you guys see at this point that the barrier is now like a solid dark blue color. And then it very rapidly dissipates and is no longer there. And you can see around you as the barrier dissipates, mountains begin to come into your view. You can see sharp peaks and crags of this topless mountain area that you are inside, and you very quickly come to a realization that you are indeed back in the material plane, in the area that you had visited in order to find Bink's homestead to begin with. Though the giant beanstalk is no longer there, you are finding that the town has indeed been returned to its original resting or nesting place as the barrier blinks out of existence over the course of the next few moments. He just kind of looks around at all of you, says, "All right, well, that is my half of the deal. Your town has been returned. Now then, where might I find this Zanzidar? What information can you provide me about them? Who they are, what they look like, where they reside?" Don't all speak at once.
Bink is just thinking.
Well, last I heard,
I'm gonna message Stone Zanzidar and be like,
What should I tell him? Don't mean to tell him the truth so he screw with him, or?
you could tell him the truth. I was just gonna say he's from the desert, so he might try looking there.
tell him he's from the desert. Oh, is that actually where you're from? So it's technically not a lie.
It is technically not a lie, yeah.
Well, I heard he's from the desert. We're not exactly sure where, but that's where we met him.
Well, there's plenty of deserts in this plain. Do you know specifically which? Is it on the Sword Coast? Is it on the western continents? Which desert?
Ask him through the sending stone again.
Oh, do you know what side you were on?
You can even lie to me, so then I think it's real, so then he thinks I'm telling the truth. So he can do it that way.
Yeah.
So I guess just say the opposite or something.
Believe it was like the West Coast.
We met him in the West Coast.
Is Zan lying to Bink?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Make a deception check. Bink, make an insight
Okay.
check.
Inside check.
Got a 30.
Damn my high roll! Oh, he rolled an even higher. Yay!
All right. So you think that Zan is telling the truth.
I'm like, please don't get natural 20. 19. Fuck!
Okay. And you relay that. And he says, west. The only deserts to the west are the ones across the seas. That forsaken land. Wonderful. Well, I imagine it was quite the journey in order to end up in these lands, and I don't suppose he would be headed back there. It's not very often things go back to that area. So I'd imagine he's probably still here somewhere. It shouldn't be too hard to track down someone from there. Start putting some feelers out. Now then, I know that you met him. What is he? Is he human? Is he actually a dragonborn? Is he a gnome like you?
He's actually a dragonborn. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's actually a dragonborn.
Interesting. And what color would he be?
Should I say white? Try to actually throw him off, or should I tell him the actual color that's similar to yours?
Honestly, that's up to you.
Shit, I don't want to like tell him the lie of a color, and then he's back on my ass about it, and then be like, "No, he's that color." He looks straight at you and says, "Wait a second." You know what? Let's stick with your story.
He was white.
He was not white. But I guess maybe he made you think
It
he
was a
was.
bright day. Maybe the sun was glaring off. Maybe he was like a light yellow or something. He was
Light
pretty.
yellow.
He was pretty tan.
Light yellow. You don't know much about a dragonborn, you tiny gnome.
I point him at Green Apple.
This is red.
Oh, he's
Apparently
colorblind.
so. Yes, wonderful. Well then, I'm on the trail for a dragonborn named Zanzadar, who is not white.
Wait, did we come up with a fake name for you, Zan?
He is from the desert. Let me see here. Let me see. What all he needs to cast the spell Locate Creature.
Oh God.
Although, is that just a mile out?
There's 1,000 feet.
Hmm.
Describe
So
or
less
name
than
a
a
creature
mile.
that is familiar to you.
If Zan has his ring on, he can't be detected.
Yep. Spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, as long as you have seen such a creature up close within 30 feet at least once. If the creature you described or named is in a different form, the spell doesn't locate the creature. And the Ring of Mind Shielding.
Protection from detection.
Souls.
Specifies those.
Let's look at the ring of mind.
Eat it.
Read your thoughts.
Oh,
Determine whether you are lying. Know your alignment or your creature type. Telepathically communicate to you only if you allow it.
I lied. It doesn't.
Wait, doesn't let you know if you're lying.
No, he can be I'm thinking of the ring of protection against detection, which is a different.
Oh.
It's like an amulet.
Okay.
Let me see what else he was considering here.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Your ring doesn't protect against locate spells.
Oh, okay. So, technically, if it was Zone of Truth, I could still lie in the Zone of Truth, right? Because it protects from law. Protection from magic that detects if you're lying, right?
You are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying. So the creature would not be so it protects you from creatures basically rolling insight checks to see if you're lying. It would not protect you against Zone of Truth.
Well, did he beat the insight check on me to see if he was white or not?
He knows that Zan isn't white.
Okay.
Is not a white dragonborn.
What color are you?
I guess it's since it says immune to magic that allows other creatures, you would probably be immune to the effects of a circle of truth. However, the caster would probably know that you're immune to it because they know if you succeed on the check.
I feel like it would actually be the exact opposite, because the way Zone of Truth is written is that you have to succeed on a charisma saving throw or be compelled to tell the truth. And so the spell specifically says the caster knows if you succeed or fail. In my mind, the caster wouldn't know if you succeeded or failed, but if you failed, you would still be compelled to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just says that you can't determine whether they're lying or not.
Yeah. I got lost on that logic.
Yeah, I did too. It's okay. Let's just roll with it.
I kind of understand what she means.
Okay, so you create a magical zone that guards against deception. To the spell and the creature enter the spell. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie. So...
Right, but the only way the caster knows if they've failed, the only way they know if they're lying or telling the truth, in theory, is if they know they failed or saved. So if you cast that spell, the spell could still be up and working, but the caster is not going to know if they failed or saved, because that's specified in the spell.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading.
Oh,
I mean, is somebody planning on, casting this, or are we just theorizing right now?
I think he was guessing that might be what Cryo was going to cast. Right now.
Oh, no, he's not casting Zone of Truth.
Yeah, that we were just speculating on what he might cast.
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought maybe one of you was going to cast it.
Nope. I mean, I can if we want to.
Okay.
Let's add funsies.
No, there's a lot of confusing things that I would have to pause and actually look up, but if one of you is not casting Zone of Truth, he is not casting Zone of Truth.
Okay.
No, it was the protection from lying is what I was asking about. And you already said that perhaps Caravane had some other intel from different Zeterim members that Zanzadar is not white.
Gotcha. So it protects from magics, it protects from insight checks, blah blah blah. He told you he knows all the white dragonborns, and Zanzadar is not one of them. So it was less that he saw through your lie, more that he just knew the truth.
Yeah.
And he knows that there's no white dragonborn named Zanzadar.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I think even with the roll, I think you beat his insight still. But he assumes that you thought it was a white dragonborn. But
Gotcha.
he knows it's not a white dragonborn, is what you've gathered from that.
Yeah.
Would that have impacted Lalia's super low deception roll then if she had her mind shielding? It's fine.
Yeah. But he wasn't using magic to try and determine if you were lying. He was
Yep.
just talking to you.
Yep.
But he is familiar enough now that he can send Okay. Zanzadar, roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so on a 15 through 20, the message would not have arrived. So you hear in your mind nothing, because I don't think he can contact you.
Yep.
Creatures can telepathically communicate only if you allow it. Okay, you feel something poking your mind. You feel the effects of a sending spell. Do you allow it or do you block it?
Ring, ring,
I
ring,
would
ring.
block it.
Send to voicemail.
Okay. So you all see as Cryo kind of looks around for a moment. Zan, you feel this. And he looks at each of you and he says, interesting. Well, this Zanzadar apparently is wise to communication telepathically. I just wanted to reach out and say hi. I suppose my next step will be scrying or locating. See if I can't home in on this individual. Wish he would have just said hello. Well, suppose I'll have to find some time for that in the future. Tell me, is there anything else you wish to share with me about this creature?
Oh,
No.
God.
Wait, no, you're in the. Oh, wait, no, you're with him by yourself, aren't you? Wait, no, am I there?
You're there.
You're there. You're
Oh,
all
yeah,
there.
you came back from wherever you're going, yeah.
Alright, that's all.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. I wish you'd had some more information for me. Well, I suppose that's at least a starting point for me. I have some tools that I can utilize, not myself, but some others, to try and find this creature. You've given me enough that I'm at least have some leads, so that's wonderful. I'll be reporting that. As for you, Dinkle, and your town here, well, I hope the Zentrum deals with you appropriately, and whatever you have come to terms with for them. Can't say I am happy with my experience here with the Zentrum. I'll certainly pass that along as well. But you have your town back. You have your freedom. Not that you were not free to begin with, but do with it what you will. I will be moving on. I see no reason for bloodshed today, which is a little disappointing. I was kind of looking forward to it at some point. But have at thee. Enjoy your time, enjoy your town. I will take my leave. I have other matters to attend. And he begins to walk away. If nobody else has any interactions with him, he is going to leave town, as best you can tell.
Alrighty.
You guys hear Dinkle from the top of the steps just kind of give a sigh of relief. Well, I'm glad that's over. I really don't like that guy.
Oh, I'm back.
Yes, well, we're home. I suppose that's the end of this saga. We can get back to our normal lives now, I guess.
Oh, well, tune in next episode. Dragon Ball Z, guys. Bye.
Well, I think I'm quite ready for some lunch now.
So we're just totally back in the village. Everything's just like back to normal.
Yeah, you got your town back. It's been sent back to the material plane. Lord Cryo has left. Seems he was appeased, has some more information about this Zanzadar individual. He might try and track them down next. Or at some point. You gather he's got a few things on his plate at the moment. But Dinkle kind of looks over all of you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna use detect magic just in case he placed anything on us.
Okay. Pull up your detect magic and you don't find anything that you weren't expecting.
You just hear da 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 da.
Exactly.
Like a little sonar.
Okay, I think we're good.
Alright. So Dinkle kind of ushers all of you and says, well, it's been only a couple of hours, but that took a lot out of me. Would you all like some lunch? We can go grab Jim and maybe just have a nice, formal, relaxing meal for the first time in a while. Or if you all are ready to depart, and you're welcome to take your leave as soon as you like.
I even need a little rest, because I used my 7th level spell to bring my pet Peter back, so I need that back.
Well, wonderful. I'd appreciate it if you left Peter out here on the porch, maybe, but we can have some food sent to him.
Okay.
I mean, he'll fit
Peter
inside,
on the
but
head.
that's you probably make quite a mess.
Well, you heard him, Peter. You better best behave.
He just kind of looks at you and like licks his claws, like, huh?
Yeah, he good.
All right, wonderful. Well, let's get some lunch.
Okay.
Kind of leads you all back into the dining room. At this point, you see that he has sent for Jim. So, Mama Burke comes up, joins you all for some lunch. And they reminisce, share what's going on, and he kind of looks around at all of you and he says, well, I must thank and congratulate you all, I guess. You have rid us of this Lord Cryo, and, I will send some messages to the Zentrum. We will not be re-signing the contract. I assume they'll probably be upset about that, but we'll make some new warding around the town, and I'm sure we'll be able to escape their eyes, at least for a time. I'm sure they'll probably find us eventually if they really mean to. But I think we'll be alright for the time being, and can't say that I'm very happy with what they did to me or your mother.
Anyone else?
Would certainly, if I had the chance, I wish I could take them down a peg or two, but that's a little beyond me at the moment.
Wait, what about everyone else? Aren't they under a spell?
Oh, no. It was just me and your mother. The spell that they were under is that, well, they trusted us too much, so we might have to go around and set up some provisions in case something like this happens again.
Well, are they not freaked out that we just teleported back? How's everyone reacting to
The
this?
gnomes, Bink, they're most likely drunk and didn't notice.
Oh,
Or they were at least paying attention when we left the first time, so they knew what was happening. I mean, we adapt
Okay.
fairly well to our environments. I don't think that they are going to really notice. There might be some celebration tonight, since we've now got access to the rest of our orchard again. There'll be less need for trading apples, and everybody will just have a sufficient supply from now on.
Oh yeah, I planted trees where houses were. How is that turning out?
You planted trees, and oh yeah, you
I
did
planted
plant some
them
in
inside.
in the empty area.
Empty
They were
area.
probably
How's that turning?
smooshed.
They're trying probably what?
They were probably smooshed
No!
or wiped from
No! They're like 10 trees!
existence. But hey, the orchard's back. The rest of the orchard is back.
no. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, wait, they're back. Okay. Well, come here as long as the trees are back.
Yes, well, now then, about that mug of yours, Bink, my boy.
Yes, I show them like the ruins engraved on them for a specific type of apple.
Do you think we can rewrite this somehow to get it to be our apples?
Yes, I'm sure we could probably configure that, and maybe in the meantime also figure out how to replicate it ourselves. It would probably take a few days if you wanted to stay or leave it with me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, well, wonderful. You are all welcome to rooms here in the mansion. Well, welcome to stay as long as you like. I'd be happy to take this. Now, I'm sure that you probably have much more need of this than I do. Is there some sort of payment you would like for this? Do you need some more gold or something?
Need to want? Yes.
Well, I'm happy to pay you to allow me to copy this enchantment as well. If there's an amount you all would like to have, we have very little need for money here, so...
Sounds good to you.
I'm not trying to bribe the father this time. Or just like super like rip him off.
I mean, I at least have an understanding of gold. I mean, I would... well, I don't remember. I know that we made some deal about your wand, but that was under the influence of the Zetrum as well, so they made me a little bit more willing to spend than what I usually am, so probably best not to tell me how much I gave you. I might ask for some of it back. I'd say maybe 10,000 for your decanter.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. I suppose it's a well enough reward. I'll give each of your companions that much as well, as a thank you for helping the town and getting us back to what we should be. You see, he pulls a little pouch off of his side, and he just hands each of you 100 platinum. Or 10,000 gold, whichever.
Yeah, I'm just doing gold at this point. I'll leave the platinum at 25,000. I'm doing the rest gold.
I feel like the platinum would weigh less.
Yes.
I'm just doing it so it's less confusing.
Mm-hmm. As well, wonderful. Like I said, you're welcome to stay here as long as you want. It'll only take us maybe a day or two to change the enchantment on your mug here and copy it down for sufficient reproduction, and I'm sure you wouldn't mind spending some time with your family for a few days. Obviously, the rest of you don't have to partake in family activities, but you are welcome to the town or what have you.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Wonderful.
We got here through some portal, right? Just to get to this area.
Are you saying to get to Dinklewood the first time?
No, to get to the area where we planted the seed.
Well, now I have a big question. Is that vine still going straight up in the sky, the beanstalk?
No, the beanstalk is gone.
Okay,
and
thank
for
God.
you guys to get to the mountain the first time, you did walk through an illusory wall in the mountain.
Oh, okay.
It seems like the whole mountain is an illusion, because when you were outside, it looked like the mountain had a peak, had a tip, and now you were inside, you see that there is no top to this mountain. So the whole thing was a massive illusory terrain type illusion that you walked through to find this area the first time.
Okay.
Says, well, wonderful. You all can go off and enjoy the town as much as you want. And we'll make sure you have accommodations. And obviously, I'll get the word out that we no longer need to deal in gold now that we have our orchard back. And you are welcome to anything you'd like. Obviously, if there's things that you want from the townspeople that they have created, I would certainly hope that you offer them something, since you will not be here to trade with them regularly or offer them anything they want. Please do not dupe the gnomes here. But you have your run of the town, I suppose.
What do you want to do, Bink?
Let's party!
Well, we can certainly do that.
You just see like this. You just see like this even tinier gnome just like come out, like that's attached to the castle, and you just see him like get this like DJ stand out and just like wicka wicka, and he just starts playing music. It's like, yes, we have a party booth. Yes.
Well, if there's anything specific you guys would like to do, let me know. Otherwise, you will have your run of the town over the next couple days. Anything that you want to get done. We'll also touch base probably next week as well with Alex, anything he might like to do in town. But a sufficient party is started. The festival is revamped this time. Instead of a picking festival, it is a welcome home festival. It is put on. See, Bink is mentioned. Bink is also honored. And one thing that you pick up during these festivities, Bink, is that there is a statue in the center of the festival area that you noticed before was the statue of a gnome. Didn't quite know who or what it was, but now that you have been here and you see this statue, you all catch on that this is now, in fact, a statue of Bink.
Hey.
And underneath it says Fight Pit Champion. So you gather that Fight Pit Champions, this statue is probably morphed or changed to represent whoever the current champion is.
Neat.
And it currently says Bink. And Bink, you are constantly being asked to wrestle by just about everyone you pass. Everybody wants a piece
Yeah, I'll
of the
take you
champion.
on!
At some point during the festival, Bink, you are approached by a very oddly shaped gnome that has giant arms and tiny baby legs.
Yeah.
He's now wearing pants. Says, "Hey, what? Hey, Blink, guess what?
What?
I can walk now."
Whoa!
Yeah, and you know what's kind of really interesting?
What?
I have these giant arms, so I'm gonna beat the living daylight out of you. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Awesome. I really need this because nobody really knows who I am anymore, and they don't really like me. So if I can become the fight pit champion, maybe I can like make some more friends again. So, I'm gonna beat you up. Okay?
Every time he says
So
that, once he
sad.
said that again, he's just like, what the?
Okay.
Sorry, I don't do a lot of talking. And he punches you in the face.
Bink is gonna dodge.
Well, he has a +5, so that's a 24 to hit.
Can I do it? How do I dodge? Should you do like
You don't. It's just combat.
Oh, so he punches me.
Yeah, he's just rolling to hit you. So if he beat your AC, he made contact. If he didn't beat your AC, then you would have avoided it.
Do I like not get prone down and I get to punch him?
Yeah, I mean, does a 24 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. And I need you to make a. Oh shoot! I thought I had it pulled up. Give me a second. Oop, that flipped too far.
Is this in the wrestling pit or?
Yeah,
Is
Bink,
he
Bink,
just
Bink
trying
has
to
been
make
in
us
the wrestling
team?
pit, and this is just the newest
Oh.
challenger. So Bink, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 20. Are you still with us?
Yeah, my brother just entered my room. Sorry.
Well, Constitution saving throw when you get a second. Uh-oh. Oh, it's like the stream was crashing.
Sorry, he's talking to me. Give me 1 sec.
Damn it, David.
I know, he's just pestering me. Okay, now I am good. So what roll am I doing?
Constitution saving throw.
Sorry about that. 16.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is not a success. So, as Turtenwald punches you in the face, he utilizes Stunning Strike, and you are now paralyzed.
Oh.
Stunned. but yeah.
Stunned. And he...
Oh, guess what? I have that disables that. Nothing, because I had
and he picks you up and throws you out of the ring. It is now your turn.
Can I? Oh. He throws me out of the ring.
Yep. And he looks at you and says, "Ha! I think that means I win, right, guys?"
I don't know about that.
Wait, so did he do physical damage to me?
No.
No, okay.
It would have been like 2 points of bludgeoning damage. He doesn't have any like super modifiers. He just is dexterous.
Bink is gonna use Bigby's hand and grapple him.
Okay. He says, all right, never mind, I give up. I'll just keep being lonely. You can win, Bink.
I'm gonna like go along with his act, and yeah, I kind of like go like. Wait, did you hear that or no?
Nope.
Oh, okay, I whisper, "Fight back."
Oh, okay. And he just starts like trying to punch your mage hand.
No, not punch. I mean like break out of it.
Oh, okay.
Like he's grappled, but he's gonna break out of it.
Starts wiggling.
And as he does that, I'm gonna send a little pyro technic wand to get everyone's attention to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Build up a little crowd, and he like breaks free from the hand. I kind of like play along with it,
Mhm.
and I'm like,
Roar! What do I do next?
I'm gonna start charging at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to push him out. Not with all my might, but with a little might.
You give him a little shove. He kind of stumbles backwards.
He's been walking for all 2 days.
My legs aren't very good yet. And he'll kind of like rock back and punch you.
And I fall to the ground.
It was a natural 20 to hit.
Oof.
So you just fall to the ground?
Yeah.
He just kind of looks at you and he's like, are you letting me win?
I go like, yeah.
Oh, okay. And he just like raises his arms over his head and flexes. Yeah, I will beat the champion! And the crowd just starts roaring. Dinklewood. Dinklewood. Said, wow, that was totally awesome. Thank you, Bink. I think I can get all the ladies now.
Yeah.
And he is carried off into the crowd somewhere.
Just so never to be seen.
Yeah, right. You guys just all just kind of hear coming from the distance. Don't forget to leave me a review on Gnome Door.
Yep.
What he just said.
But with that, you guys all partake in festivities as much as you'd like. I think we'll go ahead and call it for the week there. And we'll pick up next week, hopefully, with Aiden being back. We can go through anything else you guys want to wrap up here in town in Dinklewood. Maybe start thinking now about where you guys would like to head next week. With any storylines you want to chase after. But I think this pretty much brings us to the end of our Bink-specific arc.
Okay.
We have found Mom. We got rid of the book. We got Dinklewood back to the material plane. So we'll start looking at taking next week to wrap up. Get you going on wherever you'd like to go next. And then probably the session after that, we will look at starting Aiden's backstory arc, I believe. So, like I said, start thinking about what you want to do, plot lines you want to explore, anything you'd like to do with the next couple sessions, since it's kind of free reign. Think of any conversations you want to have, any places you want to stop in at, any things you want to try and grab, any questions that you have for me between storylines here, things of that nature. Just start mulling that around a little bit, and we'll pick up here next week and see where we're headed.
Right.
All right. That'll do it for the stream today.